Hi Vibrant Souls, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is Vibrant Soul Tarot, and if you are returning or a returning subscriber, welcome back my Vibrant Soul tribe. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here. So today's pick a card topic is we are going to be looking at the person on your mind, and we are going to be asking how they think you feel about them. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a perspective shift here and getting a little bit of insights into what's going on with the person on your mind and in regards to how they think you are currently feeling about them at the time that you are coming across this reading, okay? So this is a timeless reading. Whenever that may be is the right time for you. And that's pretty much it. We'll get into it when we get into the piles and get into the readings, and we'll be using different tools like oracles, tarot. We'll even have confirmations like zodiac signs, initials, and all that good stuff, okay? Other than that, that's pretty much it. As you can see, we have 4 piles today instead of the usual 3, so that's exciting as well. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. So we're going to start with the options here for pile number 1. Pile number 1, we have this piece or slab of malachite here. And then we also have the moondust tarot for pile number 1. Moving along to the options here for pile number 2, we have this aura coated howlite heart. And then we also have the modern witch tarot deck for the options here for pile number 2. All right, taking a peek now at pile number 3, we have this carnelian palm stone here, and we have the zodiac tarot deck for pile number 3. And then last but certainly not least, for pile number 4, we have this piece of calcite here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little rainbow in there somewhere. Where's it at? I don't know if it's catching on the camera though, so. And then for the tarot deck, it is the unfolding path for pile number 4. Did I call it pile number 3? It's pile number 4. I hope I don't do that during the reading because I've been doing 3 piles for so long now. I have to remember that there's a 4th one, so bear with me, guys. I'll try my best. All right. So you can pick whatever pile you feel most drawn to. If you're drawn to multiple piles, that's normal as well too. Trust yourself and do what feels right. You can check both of them out. Do whatever you feel you want to do, okay? When you do have your pile selected, I will post the timestamps for each one in the description box below. There will be an additional message to each one in the description box, like a channeled song, and you can interpret that, again, however it feels to you, but that will be in the description box. Feel free to check it out if you want. I always post the lyric video too, so you can get all of it, so you can see what it's saying, and you can get the feel for it and that sort of good stuff. I'm trailing off. Okay. Also in the description box, we have all of the names of the decks that will be used. That will be in there as well. If you have any questions or you're searching for some sort of information, whether it be about me or the channel, that may or may not be in the description box, but I do like to post frequently asked questions in there for certain things. And you can try your luck to skim through and see. If it's not in there, you can always comment and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, I'm just excited to see you guys at whatever pile or piles you choose. So I'll see you there. Bye. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the moondust tarot or the malachite crystal, you've made it to the right place. So we are asking about the person on your mind and how they think you feel about them. So I hope you guys are comfortable. All you gotta do is sit back and relax, and we will begin. So, Spirit, if you could please tune me into my pile 1's collective energy here, and if you can please show me in pile 1 with the most accuracy, truth, for the highest good, how this person on their mind thinks pile 1 feels about them. May this reading offer pile 1 clarity into this, insights or answers that they're looking for, or anything that they just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to the person on their mind and in regards to how this person thinks pile 1 feels about them. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to pull some cards, see what comes out for you. How do they think pile 1 feels about them, Spirit? First card we have is the 3 of Pentacles. I just heard I want to make this work, or I really want this to work. So the first message already coming out can be this person thinking that you want this to work out with them, or you want it to work and go in your favor. We could see what they think that actually is, though, which is why these readings are so interested, because I was kind of getting like, do they know what that is for you? How do they think pile 1 feels, Spirit, about them? We have the 6 of Swords. We have the 3 of Swords. How do they think pile 1 feels about them, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Devil. You could be wondering too if you want to make this work due to these other energies. Clarifying the 3 of Pentacles here, Spirit. Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? The zodiac sign of Capricorn can be significant for some of you. Clarifying the 3 of Pentacles, we have the World. Clarifying the 6 of Swords, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Clarifying the 3 of Swords here, we have Judgment. Clarifying the Devil card, we have Death. Interesting that we have Judgment and Death coming right next to each other. Those are both Pluto energy representing Scorpio as well. So that could be significant for some of you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So the zodiac sign of Aries as well. We will get further confirmation. How do they think you feel? The first thing that's coming to mind is that they may think that you're kind of in between, so to speak, like a rock and a hard place. There's an energy here, like it was very interesting of like, I feel like this I want to make it work type of energy is hopeful. It's wishful thinking, or it's something that either they sense or they're wanting to hear from you. And with the 6 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the Devil, Judgment, Death, I do feel like they feel you at this time, especially with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, you at this time, regardless of your feelings for them, are probably doing what's best for you. You may be making tough decisions. You may be choosing to move on from this person or get away from this situation due to any inflicted pain or heartache or anything that this person or this connection may have caused you. So with the Devil and the Death, those are kind of conflicting energies here too, because the Devil can mean that we're really stuck on something, or we feel like we don't have control over our urges with this situation. But the Death card is all about letting go and transformation. And so I feel like this person genuinely doesn't, or feels like they genuinely don't know 100%, where your head's at, and I'm picking up on a little bit of 50-50 energy. We can even see that with the Six of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Six of Swords is all about moving on, or at least moving away from a situation, moving away from conflict or whatever it is, right? You're on the boat and you're in a transitional period, but you're getting away from things that were once hurting you, plaguing you, or like the Five of Swords, conflict, arguments, things like that, right? The Four of Swords, though, is usually an energy of holding on to something really, really tight. So we do have like this dual energy, which again, I'm picking up on. This person doesn't, or they feel like they quite don't know for sure, but it's like 50-50. Like, are you moving on from this person? Or do you still have feelings? For some of you too, they're like, do you want to move in an energy where this relationship can flourish, or we can go about it again, or we can transform this? Or do you still have resentments? Do you still have hard feelings that would get in the way or make you not want to continue on in this connection and in this situation? And I feel like with the Three of Pentacles in the world here, with this, there could be distance between you and this person right now, whether that's physical distance or you and them are taking apart from each other. But they're thinking, are you still keeping tabs on them? Or do you still have like, or like for some of you with the Three of Pentacles, now it is a general reading, so just take what resonates. For some of you, like if you guys have the same friend group, or if you guys work together or things like that, like you may still see them or hear about them. For some of you, if you watch their social media, or maybe they watch yours and just are assuming that you watch theirs too. You get what I'm saying? Because I do feel like this energy is a little bit of like wishful, hopeful. But when it comes to how they feel you think about them, for some of you, you may think, or they feel, I'm sorry, for some of you, they may feel that you think that they are, whether it's toxic for you, no good for you, or there's just a tainted energy here. And so you're doing your best to release this situation, to let go or walk away from this situation. The Three of Swords with the Judgment here, they feel like there's something significant, that whether they made you feel a certain type of way, or something had happened, or it could also be this person projecting their heartache onto the situation, but that caused you to in turn make different choices for yourself. The Judgment card is some sort of call to action. It's some sort of wake up call or an awakening, or if in the past or the recent past, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, it wasn't going in that direction, or they hurt you, you're making the judgment call now. But I feel as though they still feel quite stuck on your energy here too. They still feel quite attached to you too. And I think that there's a lot of wondering here. Are you still attached to me? You know, do you still feel like this the way that I still feel like this? Or have you completely let go? Have you completely moved on? Are you over it? Do you think about this anymore? Do you want something with this? Like, are you still holding on, or have you completely moved on? You get what I'm saying here? So I think that there's a curiosity. Now, the Emperor, underneath we have the Hermit too. So we also have Virgo, and we have the Five of Cups. The Emperor card, if you have not been speaking to this person, or like the beginning messages, if you've kind of just been making the choices that you feel is best for you, and that's what this person feels like you're kind of doing right now, if that is the case, I think the Emperor is showing that it is taking a little bit of discipline, that they think that it's that you may be like forcefully doing this, or it could just be maybe like you could feel from this person's perspective that they may think that you've outgrown them, or they may think that you require a person on a level that in your eyes, to them, they feel inferior to, or they feel like they weren't able to match that, or they feel like they weren't able to give you at that time what you needed, what you deserved. And it's interesting that the Emperor card, the face here looks like it's kind of watching this, and we have the Hermit underneath too, which is all about solitude, kind of like your inner world. It could be isolation, but it's also like kind of going within and finding the answers yourself. And with that being said, they could think that you've either reflected on this situation or been reflecting on this situation. And I just heard, so take this as it resonates, I just heard, in the fact that you don't call or the fact that you don't reach out makes me think that you may have moved on, or you may be done, or this situation may be over. And I feel like with this World card, it's even like an angel spreading her wings, right? And the World card can also indicate an ending too, but I feel like with this energy coming out, the Three of Pentacles with the World, it almost makes me feel like if you and them collaborate together, because that's like one of the keywords that's coming to mind with the Three of Pentacles, if you guys get together and stuff like that, like they could show you a different side, or it could feel as though they have the world. And that's why I'm picking up on this as wishful thinking. Now, another interpretation is coming to mind about this too, is that there's a whole wide world of other people out there, and you may be interested in keeping your options open too with the three, or maybe you think or that there's something or someone out there that could be better for you or work better for you. And that could also be a fear and an insecurity coming from this person right now. But I just feel like if it were up to them, they want to move through any issues, any blockages, or anything. And I think that they honestly, truly just want to know for certain. And I say for certain because maybe some of you have told this person, who knows, but like they want to know for certain if your heart, or even if yourself in general, is still in this. It's so interesting with the duality here. It's like, are you still are you still into me? Do you still feel like you want me, you need me, or have you let go? You know, and we're seeing this here. Do you think we work together really well, or are you on to bigger and better things? What's your judgment call? Have you made the choice? Very interesting. Because the reading is how they think that you feel. And I feel like they think it could go both ways. Or I feel like they think maybe on some days they think it's this, and on some days they think it's this. You get what I'm saying? And the Emperor card, kind of looking like it's reflecting on to all of this, could also be influencing this person to mature, to grow, and for them to do what they think is best as well. Because with this Devil energy, and I think this Death, a part of them wants to chase you a little bit. A part of them wants to make you see, make you realize, make you want them. But then a part of them is like, no, if that's not what they truly want, you know, that sort of thing. We're gonna grab some oracles now. Spirit, how do they think pile 1 feels about this person? Ooh, intuition. Ooh, but the intuition, I'm not gonna lie, I normally don't read this in reverse, but this one did come out in reverse. So they may be kind of just leaving it up to their interpretation on how they think that it feels. But their intuition is telling them something about you and about the situation. They may just seem to be ignoring it. They could also feel too that maybe you've picked up on certain traits, certain things about them, and that you're trusting yourself at this time. And you're trying to do what's best for yourself at this time. With this intuition card here. How do they think pile 1 feels about them, Spirit? Give us a little more insight into how they think pile 1 feels about them. Faith and passion. Let's get one more. I saw sadness at the bottom. How do they think pile 1 feels about them? Disruption. This is like the Tower a lot of the time too. When it kind of feels like things are going well, things are going good, and then all of a sudden something happens and like ruins it, or maybe even like ruins the facade, or ruins the idea or the ideation of this situation here. Bottom of the deck now, we have anger. So we have intuition, faith, passion, disruption, and I can't help but to feel like to this person, these are what ifs. This person doesn't 100% feel certain. They don't 100% feel stable right now in like their knowing of how you feel. And it's kind of coming through in the reading. Even the faith was kind of in reverse here too. But I feel like they're hoping again that you want this to work out. They're hoping again that you still feel that spark, that you still feel that passion. But the disruption energy has really wavered that. They feel like it's on shaky ground. Like I said, this always reminds me of the Tower, where something kind of comes through and other things start to collapse, or a significant event or something had happened where kind of feels like the clouds dissipate, or like you're snapped back to some sort of reality, if that makes sense, to where you're like starting to question, is this relationship what I thought it was? Is this person who I thought that they were? Is this something that can be long term? Is this something that can be stable? And I feel like with the Emperor here, they're looking at this like, I really hope it is. I really hope they're seeing me in this light. I really hope that they want it to be. And if you are mad about something, or there is something that caused you pain, or there is something that caused you anger, or vice versa, I feel like they're hoping you can look past this. Especially with the eye right here too. I just want you to want me, or I just want you to want me the same way I want you right now, is another message coming through. Intuition is also an energy of subtleness. It's got a mysterious energy behind that. So that's the first card coming out too. I feel like they're like, what is pile 1 thinking? What is going on with them? What is their intuition telling them about me? But I want to keep this faith, and I hope that they're keeping the faith too. See, it feels like a lot of this is, like I said, wishful thinking, but it also feels like it's a little bit of like projection of like, I feel very passionate about this person. I feel very into this person. I feel almost codependent on this person, or stuck on this person, or feel like I want this person. I need this person. But there's something about their reality not showing them that back, at least at this time. And so it is making them doubt themselves, making them doubt this situation, or doubting maybe how you feel. Let's get one more deck. How do they think pile 1 feels, Spirit? We had a whole stack coming out. Wow. But these are very, like, telling. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, struck by love. We have healing heart, healing heartbreak from toxicity, addiction, or abusive relationships. But we also have the ship, cutting ties, moving on, receiving what you need. And then we have picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. This kind of reflects that too. For others of you, though, they're also thinking that you may be dating other people, looking for other people. I know that was a message there too, but I'm definitely picking up on that energy again here. But there's also an energy of like having faith for this situation. I just heard some days I feel hopeful, some days I try to accept, or some days I try to see it for what it is, and some days I try to feel, some days I just feel differently, is kind of like the main message with that. Okay. I'm gonna grab, I didn't plan on doing this. We're gonna get to the channeled messages, and then we're gonna get the, oh my gosh, confirmation right here. I got my old crystal dusty tarot deck that I take everywhere, it goes everywhere with me, so it's a little gross, but let's see. Spirit, how does pile 1 actually feel? We have the 10 of Pentacles. How does pile 1 actually feel about this person? We have the Queen of Wands. Shoot. What is happening? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. How do you actually feel? We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords. The Hanged Man, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Cups. All right, so how you actually feel? I feel like you were at least, we have the Ace of Pentacles too. So maybe for some of you, you are kind of open to a new opportunity with this person, or maybe you're waiting for them to make the first move in that sense as well. Also, for others of you, this Ace of Pentacles can represent you just trusting that other opportunities come. You know, like, hey, if this doesn't work out, then there will be something else, or there will be another one, or, you know, something along those lines. But take it how it resonates. So the 10 of Pentacles, you're wanting something stable. You're wanting something that you can build with your future. The Queen of Wands makes me think that you're in an energy right now of not trying to dim your light, getting what you deserve. Another thing with this Queen of Wands too is that, and the 10 of Pentacles, is that maybe this situation for a while, you were investing in this. You were seeing a future with this situation. You were feeling quite confident about it. You were feeling good. And then the 3 of Swords can indicate, especially with the Hanged Man and the 7 of Swords, again, something here had happened, or there was something that caused, whether it's blockages in this situation or cause you pain, and it kind of feels like it's stuck. It's stuck in the air, and you started to see something from a different perspective. Now, based off the information you have, you feel like you can't trust this now, or you feel like you don't know if you can, or if you can trust this, or what to believe. And the 6 of Cups could be that there are past wounds coming through for this. Maybe on both sides, there's been some childhood healing or things like that, but you also feel a connection with this person, like a kindred connection, or like this can also sometimes be like a soulmate connection and things like that. And I feel like there has been something that caused doubt, or that caused a rift, or like we said, that disruption, and that you're kind of forced to take a step back here. You're kind of forced to see this from a different perspective. And now there is some reflection going on here as well. So to you, you were like, this situation wasn't anything that I was, it's like you were looking at this for the long haul, or like we said with the 10 of Pentacles, like you were looking at this as something to build like a future with, right? And now you, which I can kind of see that as like the similar messages to the beginning, now that I'm saying it again. Now you're kind of looking at it from a different angle. You're kind of seeing different sides, seeing different things, and trying to feel your way through here with what you should do, what's best for you. Can you trust this? Maybe this is bringing up old wounds from your past as well. Like in the past, I was betrayed, or in the past, there was things that happened to me, and you started seeing similarities or red flags. And now you're here trying to differentiate, well, is it going to be a repeated cycle, or is this something completely different? And I think that's why we have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck here for you, in regards to you paying attention to certain things. You are trying to keep your wits about you and not let your emotions right now dictate this. You're trying to make the best decisions here when it comes to you, because sometimes, you know, when we're feeling so strongly, we can neglect all of the other signs or all of the other things. And I feel like you're in a place right now where you're very, very, very perceptive about what's going on, that you're very much trying to get as much information as you need so you can make the best choice for yourself. And I also feel like you're not trying to let your past get in the way of your future, right? But I think that you've come to a point where your past has shown you certain things that you are not wanting to repeat again. You're not wanting to put up with the same old things that maybe you once did before, because you've grown, you've learned. Channeled message time. All right, Spirit, how does this person think pile 1 feels about them? How does this person think pile 1 feels about them? We are soulmates. With the 3 of Pentacles in the world there too, I think that they do believe that you think that you and them work really well together, and that it could be hard to find somebody else where you guys have the same chemistry and things like that. And I would like to say that they are betting and really, really hoping on that energy being like your main focus right now. So we have, I'm hiding a secret from you, positive, and I'm going to reach out to you soon. Let's get one more from this deck, Spirit. How does this person think pile 1 feels about them? This is a karmic situation. Bottom of the deck, I'm getting my financial situation together. Okay, so this is definitely that hopeful faith, wishful thinking coming through of basically like, I hope that pile 1, the secret that they're hiding from me is that they want to still be with me. They want to make this work. They couldn't live without me. They're still stuck on me. They're still like wanting me as them, right? you get it. It's obviously not me. And they feel or hope, because I feel like this again is a lot of hopeful, wishful thinking. They hope that you are wanting to reach out to them, wanting to reconnect with them. For some of you, this could be wanting to unblock them. But with this karmic situation energy here, it's like there's also a perspective shift that they sense or pick up on. Is this person like bad karma? Are they bad news? I was gonna say something else, but it completely slipped my mind. Spirit, what is the message with this karmic situation? I just heard unfinished business, and also like whatever is meant to be, it's meant to be. But they're hoping that what's meant to be is you reaching out, coming through and saying, hey, we're soulmates. I've been keeping all of these feelings from you, and coming forward. And I think that's why the looking at the pictures, missing, you know, the cutting ties, the rope is still there, kind of healing, having faith. They hope that you're not healing from them completely and like wanting to completely move ties. They're like, I want to reconnect. I want this person to reach out to me. They could also feel like you want them to reach out to you too. But I'm also picking up on that they may not be able to do that at this time. Like, you might literally have this person blocked for some of you, and that's the energy that's coming through here too. How do they think pile 1 feels about them, Spirit? I know I messed up big time. I don't know why I acted that way. Let's make up at the bottom. I can't move on. At first I only wanted to hook up, but now I'm hooked. I'm insecure about my looks. I still have feelings for my ex. Okay, so that's a lot to unpack there. We have, I'm not going to chase you. Can you forgive me? Okay, are you guys seeing the duality again? Like how we were seeing it in the tarot? We are soulmates. I'm going to reach out to you. Okay, but then also, I'm not going to chase you. There's also a feeling like of them wanting, this is that devil energy with that death card energy. I hope you haven't moved on. I hope you still feel as drawn to me or as into me. If this person is the ex, it would probably be safe to say, I hope you still have feelings for me. But also, if that was something that was an issue between you and them, like if you feel like they still have feelings for their ex or vice versa, then this is just coming through as confirmation that they're still feeling that way, okay? I'm insecure about my looks. For some of you, this is... I'm getting dual messages here. For some of you, this situation has made this person a little bit insecure. And so they're hoping or wondering if you still are attracted to them. We had that passion card there too. Another thing is, and this is going to sound really bad, but we got to be honest here and say all the messages. There's a little devious little message here coming through about, I'm trying to find a way to word it. Not nicely, just like I'm trying to get it out. I hope that pile 1, it's almost as if they, for their own selfish desires, they don't want you either to realize how, like, I'm going to word it as like hot you are, or like if you've been kind of going through a glow up or some sense and stuff like that. It's because it makes them insecure because they don't want you to think that you're too good for them. I hope you're picking up on what I'm saying. Like, basically, they're like, I don't want you to realize you're almost like how attractive you are because, or don't want you to think that because I want you all to myself and that you'll want to get up and leave me. And I think that this is definitely a shadow side, right? And I know that sounds really bad, but I think a lot of people would be lying if they were in a relationship and didn't get insecure about other people looking at their partner, other people wanting their partner. Now, how you go about that, you should still want your partner to blossom. You should still want them to be the best version of themselves, and their success is your success, and you want them to feel hot, you want them to feel good and things like that. But I think that this person right now isn't feeling good about themselves. They're not feeling good about the state of their relationship, and there is a little bit of bitterness to this here too, okay? Like I said, we're keeping it honest. Another thing is, Okay, they're realizing that there's something here that has been quite messed up, or they messed up, or there's something in the way. I don't know why I acted that way. This also feels like how they're feeling too. I'm gonna be honest. I just heard insecure too. Yeah, so. Oh, they're like, I want you to want more of me. I just heard come back to me. Oh. And they may just be thinking too, like, oh, if you don't want me, who do you want? Is it your ex? Is it this person? Is this person? I'm picking up on a little bit of bitterness to this, but this, for the most part, guys, is how they think you feel about them. And I would even retitle this energy of how they hope you feel about them, how they want you to feel about them, versus how they don't want you to feel about them, because that's what this whole reading has kind of felt like. Let's get some further confirmation for zodiac signs for my pile ones. We have Virgo. We have Leo. We have Scorpio. Ooh, an extra Leo here. And Cancer. Okay. Spirit, what are some significant initials here? We have an L. We have a T, an E, an M, a G, an O, a U, a W, an H. Oh, I see two H's here. So two H's, two G's, a K, a Q, and an X. So those are some of the initials. Those are the initials. And if this reading really resonated with you, but you don't see their initial, or maybe you didn't see their zodiac sign, I would always say, you know, everything is always a chance for you to use your discernment. So you decide too, okay? It doesn't always have to decide for you. You are the one who decides what's for you and what is not for you. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't finish that sentence. All right, so we're just going to end with a couple little messages for you. What do you need to hear right now? I don't know why. It's not even fully there, but I'm seeing the word gluten. Maybe some of you have a gluten allergy or gluten intolerance. So we have feel like you're going nutso, blame hormones. You'll recognize yourself again one day. Now, this doesn't even have to just be referring to hormones, although if you are somebody who tracks your hormones or doesn't track your hormones, specifically if you are a woman, if I'm talking to a woman here, I would say that is very, very helpful, because when we are feeling things or we're going through things, a certain time period of our hormone cycle, it can feel way worse. Even when everything's good, there's a certain time of your hormone cycle that can feel just like it sucks. Okay, for the women out there, like the luteal phase, right? Like that period right before you're about to get your period. Oh my God, why does it suck so bad? Why does it feel like everything is okay? If I'm speaking from my own perspective, I know I'm in my luteal phase. Well, I track too, but I know I'm in my luteal phase when the things that used to excite me don't excite me anymore. I'm sleeping in. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like sometimes there's a little cloud over me. Specifically for those of you that have really severe symptoms too, I would go to a doctor if you can. You're able to do that, and check out to see if you have PMDD. Now that means that it's just a lot harder for you than it normally is. I don't know too much about the what they do for that, so feel free to check that out or look into that, and that could be something that's helpful too. But for everyone here, that even if you are not a woman and you don't have to go, I mean, men have a hormone cycle too, but it's 24 hours. So Whereas a woman's is like anywhere between 21 to 28 days, and it is a lot more complex, and there's a lot more to it. And also, I feel like for the longest time throughout history, or at least our history, there's been a lot of misinformation, a lot of misinterpretation on women's history. So there's lots of new things coming out all the time. Lots of studies have been done only on men for like day-to-day things and stuff like that. So there, if you feel like that's something you're interested in, this could also just be a sign too. Don't worry, you're not going to feel like this forever. And if you are somebody right now that's just feeling it very hard, and maybe your hormones have nothing to do with it, but you're feeling it very hard and you are feeling like you're going a little nutso, or it just feels like that, or you feel like you haven't been able to recognize yourself and stuff like that, the main message for this card is you will recognize yourself again one day, okay? So what you're going through right now isn't going to last forever. You will come out of this, you will come to your senses, you will be able to feel okay, you will be, you know what I'm saying, like whatever is plaguing you right now is not going to be attached to you forever. Watch who you hang out with. They have influence over you. Choose your friends wisely. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go run out and get a bunch of new friends, but what I am picking up on from them is if you look at the people around you's life, like say like if the significant others that you choose, say it's this person, or if it is the people that you've just been hanging out with, and if you feel like they've kind of had a negative toll on you, or if it feels like too much, or it feels like that, trust that as well, and always do what's best for you. But if you feel like you're looking at them and you wouldn't make the same choices, you wouldn't do that, or if there's just an overall feeling of like you wanting better for yourself from the people that you surround, there's probably something to that, okay? And it doesn't mean you're looking down on anyone or anything like that, but if you do feel like there are the people around you that are draining you, maybe this situation or this person, maybe there's something to see about them too. And if you wouldn't, or if they're doing things that you just flat out wouldn't do, there's probably a message in there for, well, they may not be the best to be around, or like if this person is hurting you, if they're causing you harm. Or like an example too, for like some of you, if you're trying to stop drinking, if you're trying to get sober and all your friends, all they do all the time is drink and get sober, there's something there about, okay, you're probably going to have to separate yourself a little bit. Or if you feel like you're strong enough to do that, but sometimes you don't need to put yourself in situations or in areas that you just don't feel like you belong in anymore. And this could also be a reflection of how much you've grown. And I'm hearing for some of you about a type of person you like, or type of person that you're interested in. There could be some things within you that are starting to change, where your type is starting to change, where you're going to start venturing out a little bit too, and you're going to start to want better for yourself. Bottom of the deck, we have believe in magic, myths, and mystical things. Life is full of mysteries. I always love that message there too, of just a reminder that life is magical in that way, and sometimes we can't predict everything that's going to happen. So this card for you is the duality card. This is the last card we will be getting for you. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Chamber of Power, which is very telling. This is the last card we will be getting for you, and I want to read it from the book. And it is the duality card, where there is a freedom and there is a trapped. So let's see. Oh, and I opened right to it, which I always take as a sign too. It's like an emphasis. Like if there's a whole book and I somehow just open right on the card, I feel like that's like doubling down on the message, okay? So with the trapped card, it's fitting into a box, playing small and safe, stagnation, resisting change, doing the right thing, fear, resentment, anxiety, ignoring your needs, and avoidance. Which part of this card is right side up? Which meaning is calling to you the most? How can you bring both parts and meanings into balance? The soul longs for freedom, room to express, and to grow. It longs to reveal to us more and more of who it truly is, to be in discovery, curiosity, to play and create unrestrained, to learn through experience. This is how we grow. This is how we truly live. When we're free to be who we truly are, we become intoxicatingly attractive. People want to be around us because it liberates them. That, or our authenticity, that was a mouthful, triggers what's trapped within them. If this card appears with trapped right side up, you're invited to question where in your life you feel trapped or reined in. How are you playing small or caught up in doing the right thing? What are you denying yourself? What does your soul truly crave? How can you give yourself more room to breathe, express yourself, and be? If this card appears on the freedom right side up, it's often a good sign that what you're currently living or creating is aligned with your soul, that your creativity is being expressed, or that you have many joyful, playful, and expansive moments ahead of you. It can also mean that your soul is ready to soar, that unbridled joy or success is awaiting you or is already here. A wonderful message to receive. Now, just because you got it on the trap side up doesn't mean that you can't align to the freedom, or that's where you're headed, right? That's the whole point of the trapped, is that you're not trapped. And so even getting the trapped, it could feel trapped, right? And I think that with all of these messages, specifically believe in the magic and the mystical things, and all of these coming through together, there's something about what you're going through right now and realizations, whether it's realizations you've recently had, realizations you've been ignoring, something that you've been denying yourself, or something about other things here that are better for you. If you feel like you don't have the freedom to choose at least what you want to choose at this time, Spirit is asking you to sit back a little bit, to wait and to reevaluate, okay? A specific message coming out is something that I think I talked about it in another video too, but it's about sometimes how we reflect, how like we reflect on our lives and things like that, and the things that we want so damn bad at a point in time. And when you when time passes, or things happen, or you get a little bit of space, or you're just in a different energy, and you're experiencing different things in your current life, right? And you think about all of those things sometimes that you want so bad, and then you kind of have this epiphany, or you have this realization of like, dang, that didn't work out for me, or I didn't receive that because I wouldn't have been happy there. And sometimes we can only realize that when we're in a space where we are happy, or where we're in a space where, like, for an example, like relationships, something comes along that makes us see, oh my gosh, wait, someone can match my needs, or someone can treat me a way that I want to be treated, or someone can show up for me in a way, and they wouldn't hurt me like that, or they wouldn't cheat on me, or they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? All of those things, right? And sometimes it takes us experiencing that to realize. So I feel like Spirit's saying, give yourself a little time, give yourself a little patience. Whatever you're going through is going to pass. Make the best decisions. Use your discernment. It's important right now about the people you allow around you. And if it's the hard choice to make about this person, and if you feel like that's the best decision, I would say Spirit says, yeah. But you are not trapped. There is freedom for you. And that you will, like, it's just a bubble here, right? A bubble can be easily popped, and this person can swim up to the freedom side. And you just got to give yourself a little time, okay? Little grace. And I heard stop overthinking everything, okay? Okay. All right, Pile 1, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And I genuinely enjoy these messages, so I am going to leave it on this note. And I want to say thank you just for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you to those who like the videos. Thank you to my Vibrant Souls tribe who is subscribed. Thank you to those who comment, share your love, share your stories, share all of it. I appreciate you guys so much. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading, or maybe if you're drawn to another pile, I'll see you there. But either way, I will, like I said, see you there. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck or the Howlite Heart, you have found the right place. So today we are asking how that person on your mind thinks that you feel about them. And we will be getting some insights into their mind when it comes to how they think you feel. So I hope you guys are comfy. All you have to do is sit back and relax, and we will begin. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 2's collective energy here, and the collective messages for Pile 2 in regards to how this person on their mind thinks that Pile 2 feels about them. May this reading offer Pile 2 clarity into this, insights or answers that they're looking for, or anything that they just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to how this person on their mind thinks that they feel about them. So let's take a look. Speaking of clarity, this stone here is used oftentimes when you're seeking clarity, but it kind of brings a sense of like calm clarity to this. And so that could just be what this person is feeling like they want for how you feel about them. Like they could be wondering if they have the clarity on that as well, or if you're seeking clarity from this, they can feel that or they think that too. But let's take a look at the cards and see what the cards have to say. How does this person think pile 2 feels about them? So we have the everything is fine card coming up. Let's see, this actually is the right amount of cards, so we may take them all. We have the 7 of Swords, we have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords here. Clarify the everything is fine card here, Spirit. We have the Lovers along with Judgment. Clarify the 7 of Swords here. We have the 4 of Cups. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles here. We have the Queen of Cups. And clarifying the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? We have the Hanged One. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. I feel like with the everything is fine card being the first one coming up, this person feels that even though you may be feeling a type of way or there may be things going on with you, you may not let that show a lot of the time. Or like if you're somebody who may have struggled with like hyper independence, or you're somebody that even if it's just this situation here, they feel like you have things going on within you that either you feel like you want to address, things that you want to say, any kind of sort of conflicts that you want to resolve, but you may not be coming forward at this time and you may not be articulating that. I feel like this person may sense something beneath the surface, whereas you're pretending like everything is fine, but there's all of this, right? Or if you are technically avoiding them at this point in time, or they feel like you may be avoiding them at this point in time, that could have something to do with it as well too. I do think that this person feels like you feel like you cannot trust them for whatever reason, or maybe you have a hard time trusting what they say, trusting what they do, and you may be kind of looking for something else. And I don't mean like something else as another relationship. I mean like you're focused on here, like you have a very direct mindset or a very direct perspective of this person and like what's going on. And they could be trying to reach you or trying to show you something in another aspect of it. And for some reason, you're just not able to see it, or they feel like you're not willing to see it right now. With the 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, they definitely feel like you have feelings for them and you have a soft spot for them as well. But you're in this energy, it kind of feels like of protection. They feel like you are trying to protect yourself at this time for whatever reason, and they feel like you are trying to hold on to whether it's your own assets or these are like your inner strength, your inner sense of self, the things that matter to you. And if that is this relationship here, then I do think that they feel like you are holding on, or that you are keeping this close to you because you have this sentimental feelings for them. Like they're in your heart, they've touched us, like they've touched you in ways, but there's a lot of resistance here that I feel like this person is feeling from you. We have Judgment and the Lovers. I think that this person wants to get closer to you. but they're feeling like there's something blocking that. For some of you, this could be circumstances of your connection, right? This is also the 10 of Swords. So there could have been things that have happened between you and them that have caused, whether it's a rift or some sort of painful ending. And if that's not the case, I feel like they're sensing this from your past relationships, your past energy. They feel like right now you are a hard one to crack. Although they know that you do have a soft spot for them, that you do have feelings for them. You could be avoiding them right now due to how they have made you feel, if that makes sense. Like if they did something to you, or if they caused you to be weary or caused you to kind of take a step back here, I do feel like they definitely feel like you are avoiding them, or you're not trying to talk to them, or you're just trying to really, if I were to sum this up, because it is a general reading, so take what resonates, I feel like they feel like you're really trying to not get hurt right now in this situation. They view you as somebody who is very sensitive, who does have a big heart, who does have lots of love, but right now they feel like it is on lockdown, at least when it comes to them. The King of Swords and the Hanged One. You know, I feel like they feel like you're trying to figure them out. You're trying to find the answers. You're trying to make the right decisions for yourself right now. But I think that they want you to surrender to what your heart is telling you to do, or what your heart truly wants. And maybe right now, you and both of them are feeling a little stuck in this energy. And with the King of Swords here, you may be being the mature one right now, or you may be not. They feel like you're not acting on every whim. You're not saying everything that you want to say, but that's because it feels like it's more in a strategical manner. And this could be projection, right? This could be just how, like, this could be them assuming and stuff like that. But with the Lovers and the Judgment card coming out together, there's two angels here, but one of them is the angel of judgment, right? And the other one is Archangel Raphael, which in the tarot and is the Lovers, and that depicts like the heart, right? And doing what your heart desires rather than doing what you feel like you have to do. And I feel like this person wants to touch that sensitive side. They want to open you up. They want to get down into, they want to know how you feel about them. They want you to express yourself. They want you to be soft. They want you to be vulnerable. But I feel like they have an understanding about the current situation and the current circumstances of why you may not be. So they're not trying to push too hard. I feel like they're trying to play it safe a little bit too, right? But they definitely feel like you think that you can't trust this person, or at least you're trying to figure out if you can, at the very least, you know what I'm saying? But I think that they genuinely feel like you feel a connection here with them. And I think that with the Judgment card, with the everything is fine, they know that you have the power to make a very, very, very important decision that will dictate the future of this connection. And I don't think that they take that lightly. There's something very like heavy here. There's something very like powerful here. And so you could have, whether you believe it or not, you could have a lot of power that in this person's eyes over them right now. And like almost like, well, what you decide to do can alter this person, or like it can hurt them, or it can help them, or it can be what they want, or it can be what they don't want. And I think it's kind of tricky energy. I am feeling a little bit of fear surrounding this, and I'm not sure if that's coming from you or if it's coming from them, but we'll see down the line because we got other things to look at here too. What do we have underneath the Chariot? The 10 of Pentacles. So I think that they're sensing here a want to move in a direction where there's a future, or they feel like you want a future, but it may take you having some like I almost want to say like resilience or strength here to pull through on that. I feel like this person is really wanting to see, like I said, a softer side of you at this time, but they're not quite sure how they're going to access that. Because, you know, what's interesting is it's not that they feel like you don't care. They almost think that you're trying to not care as much. Or you're trying to be safe with them. And they may feel you have a lot on your mind. Maybe even a lot on your plate right now, too. I'm going to pull some oracles, but before I cover, we're going to go back to the tarot most likely, too. But there are some significant zodiac signs coming out. We have Cancer, Gemini, and Scorpio. But I'm going to get some more cards here. How does this person think pile 2 feels about them, Spirit? Ooh, passion. How does this person think pile 2 feels about them? We have creativity. How does this person think pile 2 feels about them? Anxiety. And caution. Yeah. We have the energy here at the bottom of the deck, which could mean that they're kind of going off of the energy that you're giving them, or the energy that they're picking up off of. See, with the passion here, I do think that they feel that there's a want and a desire for them. Like you, it could also be sexual energy and things like that, but I'm picking up on like, there's feelings here. There's still a want. There's still something here, or there's something here that keeps you, interested, like with the passion of like, maybe they feel like you feel that you guys connected really well, or you guys had really good chemistry. And with the creativity, it's almost giving me like Empress energy for some reason. Maybe you're trying to get creative, or I don't know why that was so funny to me, but like they're feeling like you're thinking of ways as well to go about this situation. And with the creativity, Spirit saying that again, how you go about the situation for them is going to create the outcome. It's going to dictate a lot for them. Like they almost don't like that feeling of you having that power over them in that sense too. But they definitely feel like, again, you have your worries, you have your fears and your anxieties, and it's causing this caution. It's causing you to be like, hey, which we were talking about and seeing that in the tarot. But I think that they feel like with this, you have some sort of pull, have some sort of desire to see something through, or to keep going, or to keep pushing with this Chariot energy. And hey, who knows? Maybe that's wishful thinking on their end. Maybe that's just what they're hoping for. Or maybe they're picking up on this energy here. I think also with this creativity, this person feels like your mind can be very perceptive, yet your mind can think of almost like the worst case scenarios here too. And with the light bulb and the King of Swords, there's like a light bulb on here. I think it's a light bulb, yeah. Like the light bulb and the King of Swords and things like that. I think that they think that you feel that you are looking for clarity as well into this. Should I move in this direction? Can I trust this person? What's going to happen here? It's very interesting that we got the caution, because it was very adamant that this person feels like you're holding back a bit, or they feel like you're protecting yourself. And that's exactly what this is showing. Now, I'm hearing for some of you, this person may have given you a reason to do that. And so if that is the case, I don't see anything wrong with it. And I feel like too, I was picking up on, there was a general understanding to some extent of why you would be feeling that way. And it could be something that had happened between you, or it could be maybe you shared your past with this person and they understand, okay, yeah, it's not easy to trust, or yeah, I know it can be very hard, especially when there's this feelings and this passion here, and there's all of these things. Like it could be very scary to go full on in. I think that they think that you're smarter than that as well too, and that you're not just going to open up right away and like be naive and, you know, just set yourself up so high to like fall and things like that, right? Although I feel like there's a want from their side to get in a little bit more, to get in a little bit deeper here. Okay, I have another deck we're going to look at here as well. Spirit, how does this person think pile 2 feels about them? Abundance. The coffee cup. Let's get one more. Old school. Outdated conditioning. Replaying events in your head. Bottom of the deck, we have clock. Needing time. Cycles take time. Time to heal. Time to progress. There could be things that are just being worked through that they know takes patience, that takes time. So with the abundance here, I think that they feel that you see or have seen at some point a tremendous amount of potential in this connection, in this person. We have, what did we have next? We had the coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. For some of you, this is building or rebuilding some sort of bond that they feel like you want to do that here. Or maybe that they feel like you want to meet and have a talk with them, or have a conversation with them where you can just, both of you can open up, let it all out on the table, and kind of go from there, right? And we have the old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, which they may be causing that anxiety here. And like I said, it is a general reading. So for some of you, this could be due to like you and this person's past, or they're picking up on, like we said, your past and things like that. Although they feel like you're very good at hiding it, or you're very good at pretending that it's not there, with the everything is fine type of energy. And then we have the chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing codependencies. I am picking up some fear energy, and I'm also picking up maybe a little bit of projection coming from this person, if I'm being quite honest. There's something stopping you from whether it's chasing this person or going full in, and they're feeling like it's because of this anxiety. It's because of this, whether you've been replaying events over in your head like it says, or the old school and the tape is our programming too. And it just makes me feel like they're feeling like you may be thinking of them almost like as an outdated version, or somebody from your past. And they want to almost rewrite that here for you. They kind of want you to see something differently. And I think that they're aware that that is going to take time. And with healthy choices, it's going to take time. It's going to take making the right choices. It's going to take showing up, showing you these choices to where you can slowly but surely let your guard down, open up, and they can show you what this connection or what they have to offer. There could quite literally be some fears of abandonment here with this chaser as well. And that can just represent I feel like this person is feeling like you're trying to avoid the worst possible outcome of this situation and of this connection, whether that's deceits, abandonment, basically all of the things that we fear that happening when you get very attached to somebody, when you start to fall for somebody, or when you're in a relationship, right? And I think that they're really wanting to almost like I said, rewrite or rewire this on like how you feel about them. Now, I just want to take a quick look. We're going to get channeled messages about how they think you feel about them too. No way, we have, oh, this kind of has nudity on it, but we have the Lovers coming through as well. Again, so they may think that, you and them are soulmates, or meant to be, or like or lovers, you know what I'm saying? And they want it to be in an aligned way too, in a way that feels good. But we're going to see just a little glimpse of how you actually feel. We have Justice coming out. So we have Libra energy here. Spirit, how does pile 2 actually feel? We have the Tower. Why are these the same, almost very similar cards to pile 1? How does pile 2 actually feel? We have the 5 of Cups. Clarify the Justice here. We're going to get more cards though. We have the Queen of Cups. Clarifying the Queen of Wands. Okay. It's the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Clarify the Tower here. We have the Chariot. Clarify the 5 of Cups here. We have the 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to start with the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles, how you actually feel. I feel like you need this person to show you something very important. You need them to show up for you that can help you shift this perspective. I feel like you're no longer wanting to go on wishful thinking or what somebody says. It feels like you are wanting actions that feel aligned to you, right? You may, for some of you, depending on your situation, you may want a little bit of remorse from this person, or you want them to show how they're feeling too, so that you can, or how they're honestly feeling, right? So that you can take that into consideration, and you can also, it's like you feel like you need something more from this person. And maybe that's something that will take time, or maybe that's something that you're expecting because of actions, or because of the way that this connection had transpired, right? But you're feeling like there's only so much that you can give. And maybe in past relationships or the past, you've given way, way, way too much. And so you're like, I need to see some tangible evidence. I need to see something that validates me and my feelings so I can make the correct choice too. The Justice and the Queen of Cups, you want to do what's right in this situation. You want to do what's right for yourself and also the other people. You're somebody with a lot of empathy. So you're not just you don't just want to like shit on a person for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that you're doing right, but you're also getting right done to you. You know what I'm saying? And the Justice is about us making the decisions here too, and about us weighing out options, weighing out what we should do, having tangible evidence as well, and kind of like that court type of energy. Like, is this person guilty? Are they innocent? Or, you know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure that you have the right information to do what's right for you and what's right in your heart. And with the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, I feel like what would make you feel safe, what would make you feel confident, and what would you make you feel good in this connection is commitment, is with the Nine of Wands. This could be them or just in general, like coming through, not giving up, full force, trying, going the extra mile. And with the Ace of Cups, I feel like maybe a genuine, authentic love offer that you can open your heart to. But you need that commitment. You need that security, right? And this situation may have triggered you with the Tower here, or it may have made you question, or there could just be things like uncomfortable things coming through, right? But with the Chariot, you're working through that regardless, right? Like you're still continuing on. It's not gonna shake you, it's not gonna kill you, it's not, you know what I'm saying? But I think that you're still keeping an eye open for this connection to show you what it is that you need, right? We have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck too. Loyalty, sustainability, reliability, right? And this actually makes a lot of sense for their how they think you're feeling. Like maybe they're not giving you, or like or something had happened, like we said, or they're not giving you that, and so you're questioning this. But I feel like in this energy, you're pretty certain about what you need in this, right? And so it's very interesting about like they're feeling like you're, you know, you have these reservations and these fears and you can't trust them, but you want this and blah, blah, blah. And yes, you may be feeling that way, but you're also saying here, I need you to show me that I can trust you, or I need you to not do certain things or to do certain things, right? I need commitment. I need tangible evidence for me to open up my heart and to just say, yes, let's do this. Yes, let's go deeper. And whether it takes time or like you need this person to do it, depending on the situation. Very interesting. And it's like, yeah, you're feeling how you feel, but if you're not getting what you need in return, you're like, what am I supposed to do here? And the Tower card could have been something that had happened, or something that kind of shook the foundations that it was on. And with the Chariot, you know, you're still moving. Whereas they were kind of maybe thinking about you feeling a bit stuck here too. And you're like, make me feel good, or like make me feel confident by, and I'm not saying you need this other person's validation to be confident, but in a connection, it does take two to tango, which is very adamant in the Six of Pentacles, you know? And so you're like, this person thinks that you have all the power, but you're like, you need to kind of show up here. You need to do something here too, you know? Very interesting. All right, let's get some channeled messages here. How does this person think that you feel, pile 2? This is a big stack. We're not taking all those. How does this person think that you feel, pile 2? Oh, it's funny because it was, okay, so we have winter, but we had spring pop up too. I don't care what other people think anymore. I want you. So how do they think that you feel? With the Winter, they think that you are kind of going through a little bit of a tough time, or maybe a growth period here as well. Like if you and this person are definitely in a separation, like it could be tough without them, or maybe, oh yeah, Spirit's saying too that there's a coldness to this energy. And I don't care what other people think anymore. I want you. This is a karmic situation. I'm going to reach out to you soon. These are very similar messages from pile 1 in this aspect too. This person may be thinking, you know, through everything, you know, I hope, or pile 2 is going to show me that they want me. And it kind of feels like through this energy, you're wanting that from this person too. And this could just be like, I hope that they reach out to me soon. I hope that they want me and don't care about anything else right now, and that they just only see this and see me. Or I hope that they pull through in this and discover their love for me, or you know what I'm saying? Like this kind of does feel a little bit like hopeful energy too. This is a karmic situation is coming through to say that I feel like there is a lot of mirroring here. There is something about lessons here too. And the Hierophant can also signify important spiritual lessons as well. And I think that that's kind of the perspective that you're looking at this in. Okay, this is a blessing or a lesson, you know, like this is something like either way I'm gaining wisdom from this. And I'm not going to just be so freaking naive and just be like, oh yeah, let's just go, you know. You're like, my needs are important. And I need them met to the best of your abilities. And when I see what the best of your abilities are, then I can decide what is best for me. I know that sounds selfish, but that's something that you're naturally allowed to do as well. Maybe not so bluntly to the other person if you kind of want to spare their feelings a little bit, but and it's vice versa too. It's not just that. It's you know, it's both needs being met, or people meeting at the same way. But I think that one of the things that they're hoping for, especially due to the tarot energy in the beginning, is that you put everything to the side. And it's not that you care what people think. This could just be anything, right? That you put everything to the side and you say, you know what? I don't care anymore. I want you. And that maybe that there is this warmer side to you. And that you will reach out, or you will have that conversation. Okay, Spirit. How does this person think pile 2 feels about them? I regret so many things. I'm picking up on they think that maybe that they're having regrets, or maybe you're having second thoughts, or that you're having regrets about this situation as well in general too. I wanted to reach out, but I kept stopping myself. How do they think pile 2 feels? I'll pick one from... Just give me one more chance. You could be thinking about the other chance too. How do they think pile 2 feels? Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm not picking up on an energy of them like them thinking like you're just like, oh please give me one more chance. I think that they're in an energy of you contemplating this, right? Because the last one to come out is, if you never want to talk to me again, I'll understand. And bottom of the deck we have, is there still a chance? They could honestly be the one that's regretting it, or they're wondering if you're regretting your choices, or if you're regretting, like if you took some time and space, or there's a separation, if you're regretting that as well. All right, we're going to get some other confirmation zodiac signs. We also have Cancer coming through here. I know we said some Taurus energy. Oh, Cancer twice. Yeah. We have Leo. What are some other significant zodiac signs, Spirit? Capricorn. Another Capricorn we rolled on. Aquarius. Let's get one more. Okay, we got Leo already. Someone's Leo placements are coming out strong. We have Libra as well. Spirit, what are some significant initials here for my pile 2? Okay. We have a J. We have an N, which I think we have 2 N's. We have a K, a Q. We have 2 Q's, got a lot of doubles. We have an O, an E, an S, an H, a T, a Z, and a D. So those are the initials. I know we can literally spell the name John here. Or Joan. No, I think that was an A in it. Well, I'll let you guys take a look and see what's beneficial to you. Sometimes 2 Q's always make me think of like questions. We have SH like shh. We have not. All right, well, we're gonna get a couple cards for you, a couple messages for you. Spirit, what is some messages for pile 2 here? Comparing yourself to others is pointless. Things may not be as they seem. Just do you. Heavy emphasis on the things aren't always what they seem. Everything always seems perfect, or to the other perspective, right? Or like everyone else always gets what they want, or everyone else is in a happy relationship, or you know, their body is so perfect, or their relationship's so perfect. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes our minds can't help but to do that. We naturally judge, we naturally compare and stuff, but it's noticing and it's realizing that you are your own and everyone's path is different. And like it said, things aren't always what they seem. The perfect relationship, whether that's the perfect relationship is all they want to share to people, perfect relationship online, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much more usually. Oh, bottom of the deck we have, it can be hard to believe in yourself, do it anyways. You are more capable than you realize. Yeah, believe in yourself, trust your choices. Emphasis on that too. Don't judge yourself for how you feel. Just feel the feelings. Emotions are messengers. What do yours have to say? And then we have, you have a lot to learn, get to studying. Bottom of the deck, we have accept every part of you. You are light and dark, attractive and messy. Embrace it all. Again, that's kind of like the perfection that we see. Like a lot of the time online, like everyone's like, oh, I'm so perfect. Or like, they're like, what do people do? Get ready with me. Look at my 10-step morning routine. I just wake up and I just do everything that I have to do and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's not like that. And everyone's different and everyone's mind is different. And some people struggle with mental health and some people struggle with physical ailments, but just know that throughout everyone's life, there will always be some sort of struggle, right? And I don't mean that to be like a Debbie Downer, but it's like what seems like perfect is not always perfect, and it's not perfect all the time, okay? I do feel like there's something here about owning in on all of the beautiful things that you have to offer. You are somebody's dream, okay? You are somebody's wish fulfillment. And that just goes to show, like, the reason why that message is coming out is because sometimes it's hard to feel that way, but when you feel that way about yourself, you will start to just feel better. I'm not saying that, and that kind of reminds me too, I'm not saying that, oh, when you love yourself, you'll attract love, and if you don't love yourself, that you won't attract love. That's not what I'm saying at all. And that doesn't make sense a lot of the time too, because that's saying that that can also imply that people that are single don't love themselves, and that a lot of time that can be further from the case. So sometimes people are single because they love themselves, because they chose to not settle, because they chose, you know what I'm saying? That's not, but I feel like this is about you and how you feel and how you move through life and stuff like that, and that you have so much to offer, and that this world wants to compare you to everything else. This world will profit off of your insecurities, and whether that's through like diet culture, the media, or just the fact that sometimes people around you don't want you to feel better than they feel about themselves, right? And with that being said, I feel like the do it anyway. Feel good about yourself anyway. Do what makes you feel good about yourself too. You don't have to be there right now. You don't have to be there 100% of the time, but as long as you're moving in that direction, you'll start to feel better with yourself. Spirit wants you to feel really good about yourself. Spirit wants you to get your confidence. Spirit wants you to get in this energy of like, well, their loss. Or if it doesn't work out, you know, that's their loss. Or if it doesn't work out, maybe not even just their loss. If it doesn't work out, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm meant to be where people appreciate me. I'm meant to be where I am celebrated because I deserve to be celebrated, like that sort of thing, right? And even if this person, if you feel like, you know, you shouldn't feel that way, or like maybe they've shown you things, or sometimes we can judge ourselves in ways of shame, or we feel dumb for feeling how we feel and blah, blah, blah. Throw all of that out the window. I'm here to say, you feel how you feel. And sometimes we feel that for reasons that we can't even logically comprehend. So feel that, okay? Don't let your feelings dictate you, like dictate your decisions and stuff. But don't shun or shy away from that. Feel those feelings. It's okay. It's okay to miss somebody. It's okay to feel not good enough sometimes. It's okay to have imposter syndrome. And but it's not okay to let it completely like run the show. You get what I'm saying? But those things are normal to feel. And doubt and fears and sadness and all of these things are normal to feel. Insecurities are normal to feel. Okay, look around you. Like, again, we were just talking about how much this world can profit financially and energetically through your own insecurities. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a natural part of the process. And when you feel these things, it's almost like you can take a look at them and then they don't have as much power over you anymore as well too. So whatever it is, you know, don't judge yourself for it. And I'm somebody who struggled with that as well. I have a really tough inner critic. I always have. I've struggled with perfectionism. I've struggled with imposter syndrome and things like that. Like, I've even struggled sometimes with putting out like specific readings, you know, and the only reason why I'm telling you this is because I want somebody else to be able to relate and to say, it's okay. Like, it's okay. We all naturally do it, you know? So it's like, I've even struggled with putting out readings because I thought no one's going to relate to this, or that couldn't be, you know what I'm saying? And then when you do it and you move forward and you kind of see, then you start to see, okay, wait, it does work. Okay, maybe I should go this direction. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a part of the process in anything, in your relationships, in your life, or anything, to where you just got to give yourself that chance. And if you're in an energy, if you're somebody, or if you're somewhere where you feel like you're not getting your needs met, if you're somewhere where you're feeling like you're unappreciated, or if you're somewhere where you feel like you need to see if this is what's going to be, give yourself that chance, you know, or give yourself that chance to walk away and see something else. But ultimately, it's up to you to decide. But it's you giving yourself that chance, and you're giving yourself that permission, and you're not letting anything or anyone else drag you down. And if they do drag you down for a little bit, you're not going to stay down, okay? It'll keep you down for a little bit, then you'll bounce back, because you always do, and you always will, okay? Period. I think that's a good place to leave this on. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you so much for listening to these readings. I know they're on the longer side, so if you're here listening to this now, you made it all the way through. Congratulations. I feel like you deserve something for that. But thank you just for being here. Thank you to those who comment, who like the video, or show support for the channel in any way. I'm always grateful. Thank you to my Vibrant Soul Tribe, aka my subscribers. I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading. If you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, and I will see you there. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Carnelian Palm Stone or the Zodiac Tarot, you are at the right place. So thank you for joining me today, or tonight, or this evening, whenever it is that this video finds you. We are going to be looking at how the person on your mind thinks that you feel about them. And hopefully this will give you insights to this person, maybe what's going on with them in their mind when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. We're going to be seeing if it's accurate, or if they're projecting, or if they're making assumptions, or if they're pretty like spot on like how you actually feel about them. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to begin. I just want to set the intention and invite Spirit in. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 3's collective energy here. Can you please show me in Pile 3 with the most clarity how this person on their mind thinks that Pile 3 feels about them? May this reading offer Pile 3 insights or answers that they're looking for, maybe clarity that they're needing at this time in regards to how this person thinks that they feel about them, or anything that they really just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to this person, in regards to the connection, in regards to how this person feel or thinks that they feel, anything that they need to know, whether they know that they need to know it or not. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So let's see. Spirit, how does this person think that Pile 3 feels about them? What do they think Pile 3's feelings for them are? Spirit. We have the Ace of Cups. Oh, I love that as the first card coming out. We also have all the water signs present here too. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces could be significant as well. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. Moon in Aquarius, Moon in Sagittarius. Interesting. Clarify the Ace of Cups, Spirit. Why is the Ace of Cups here? We have the King of Swords. Also, I'm not going to keep these, but we are going to look at them just for information. We have the Ten of Wands along with the Knight of Pentacles coming out too. All right, all right, all right. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles here. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? We have the King of Pentacles. Clarifying the Seven of Swords here. We have the Sun. And clarifying the Nine of Wands here. Why is the Nine of Wands here? We have the Four of Swords. Interesting. The Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords are very like opposite energies as well. Like the Nine of Wands is like pushing through. It's kind of like about resilience, and it can also talk about when you're getting like kind of tired, and there it's like it can represent work, like a little bit of work needing to be completed here. And then the Four of Swords is like that rest energy. So that's interesting. Bottom of the deck. Oh, speaking of work, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Underneath that we have Temperance. So we have a lot of fire sign energy here too. In particular, we have Sagittarius and Leo coming through, being very significant. But don't worry, we're also going to get further zodiac confirmation down the line, so feel free to stick around for that. Okay, we also have the Sun in Virgo here, like that's kind of calling out to me as well. Okay, how does this person think that you feel about them? So we're going to start with the Ace of Cups and the King of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Cups is us opening our heart. It can be like a very beautiful new beginning. It can be like feelings developing. And I like how it's always with the hand, because it kind of feels like an offer, right? And it feels like, okay, should I give my heart to this person? With the King of Swords here as well, they feel that you have been really thinking about this situation and contemplating like where you feel it's going to go. With the King of Swords as well, they feel like maybe you've been like watching them in a way. I almost want to say like testing them in a way to see if they're deserving of your heart, of this love, of this chance, of this opportunity, right? And with the King of Swords, I remember it also came out with the Ten of Wands and I believe the Knight of Pentacles. And so with that being said, I'm hearing an energy of like, I need to see it to believe it. And the Knight of Pentacles is an energy of slowly but surely moving forward. It's also an energy of being very practical, not wanting to rush into things. And the Ten of Wands can be a lot of heaviness, almost like it feels like a burdening and stuff too. So the reason why I feel like these are coming through is because this person may feel like you have your own reservations when it comes to this connection, whether that's like your past connections, or maybe it is a general reading, so take what resonates, but maybe like there could have been issues between you and them, kind of like this buildup or things like that, that have caused you not necessarily to be hesitant unless you have, but like that have caused you to be very cautious or be very wary of like what you're doing here with your feelings, with your time. This is how they feel like maybe like you're coming through as like the King of Swords can also be someone who's a bit guarded, but they're making sure that they're making the correct decisions for themselves. They're not wanting to let their emotions dictate their actions, because that can lead them down a path that they may realize later on, oh, this was a mistake. And it's not necessarily not following your heart, but it's trying to see what you need to see for you and see what's best for you, is what I'm kind of picking up on. We have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is a very maturing energy. I do feel like they feel like there's a curiosity here about what they can give to you, what they can bring to the table for you. And what I mean by that is the Page of Pentacles, you know, you can see this shiny opportunity. You're very curious. There's development here. And they're feeling like you feel like you want them to be a partner that is reliable, that is resourceful, that has certain things to offer. It doesn't have to just be physical. It could be like support, somebody who's loyal, somebody who's there when you need them, right? And that's kind of like this King of Pentacles energy. And so I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, like I said, there's bits and pieces there, you know, there's the curiosity and you're wanting to see if this is as stable or if this person is who they say that they are. Speaking of that, we have the Seven of Swords and the Sun. Now, this is also an energy of having doubts, maybe not fully trusting that. And they wonder if you think that they are deceitful in that way, or if they're trying to deceive you. I meant to say deceive you, sorry. In any sort of way. Do they have like side pieces on the side? Are they who they say they are? And I can kind of pick this up with this energy here too. Like, I need to know before I fully go in and trust. So I think that they may feel that you're a little weary of their intentions at times. And with the sun here, for some of you, just depending on your situation, there could have been actions by this person that came up and that can represent the clarity, or they feel like you're wanting the clarity from this situation. You're like, I want to know if this person is who they say that they are, if they're able to be this king or queen of pentacles, depending, it doesn't matter about the gender, but if they're able to be this person that they either are telling me that they are, or I think that they are. Is this true? You know what I'm saying? You're like, I don't want to get caught later on blindsided, you know, discovering that, oh my gosh, this person is like a serial liar. Oh my gosh, this person is, they have a double life, or, you know, anything like that. And I'm not saying that that's what this person is or does at all. They feel like you have concerns. They feel like you may have a little bit of trust issues here. But I feel like with the Sun card, that's just an energy too of like, they know that you want to be happy, that they know that you want a relationship that feels good, that feels warm, that feels inviting, but they may feel that you're a little hesitant sometimes on fully going forth into that. Like I said, like you could be like, well, I don't know if this is too good to be true. I don't know if this person's lying to me and stuff like that. So it feels like they're pretty aware of those things, and they may feel that too. You know, those are kind of natural triggers that come up in the sense. But with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords, I think that they're hoping that you feel like this situation is worth pulling through. They're hoping that you feel like this is something that you're in for the long run. And that maybe with the Four of Swords here, that in time, with work, with effort, that can be shown to you. They may think too, if you're questioning at times too, if this situation is worth it, if it's worth putting in effort and work in for, or is it too much for you? The Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, though, is an overall energy of putting in work. The Temperance underneath that is patience and time. It's also about like emotional balance as well. Sometimes we get a little hyped up and we kind of need to chill out. Sometimes that's when the Temperance comes here. But I do feel like this person feels like if there are any current obstacles between you and them, or any current struggles, that once you get past, like almost it kind of feels like once you get past a certain level or a certain point, that they hope that you'll feel like things are a lot easier, that they don't have to be hard all the time, if that makes sense for some of you. But I think that they're like, okay, for pile 3, they're like, I want you to, because it is the moon in Sagittarius, so that's also like an explorative energy as well. And they're like, I want you to go the long run. I want you to see through this. And maybe even look past certain things. And then I was going to say, then you'll discover that you may find yourself being able to chill out a little more. I don't know why those words are exactly coming through, but it kind of feels like they do want you to like chill out a little bit in this sense. But hey, your feelings are your feelings. And if there were certain things that had happened between you and them, like an example would be like there was something that they were lying about or something like that, right, that came to light, then you probably have every right to have like your own doubts, or, you know, or to be wary and stuff like that. But I do feel like with the Four of Swords, it feels like, again, we're going to pull more cards, but it feels like, again, they're feeling like there's a want or a desire to get over a certain hump, to get over something, to get through something, and then be able to rest easier, to be able to, what's coming to mind was like coexist. That's what I heard. Maybe to coexist with like harmony, because we have the Temperance underneath there as well too. And this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like they do think that you're somebody who is worth the effort and that they can see something long term here. And I feel like they feel you are seeing that within them too. Like you do want something more stable. You do want something long term at the same time. If you are somebody who is working a lot, or you're trying to build something, or maybe you've just been spending a lot of time at work, or you're trying to save money, or whatever it is, with this Eight of Pentacles and this energy here too, I think that they want you to get more rest. I think that they want you to not overwork yourself with certain things. And this could also be like thoughts too, or like this could also be like this relationship. They're like, I don't want you to overwork yourself in this sense, because they're looking at this situation too for the long run. And I think that it's so funny, because it's like I keep hearing it over and over again. They want you to chill or be chill, or like, I don't know why that specific phrase just keeps coming up. Let's get some oracles and see what's happening with that. Spirit, tell us more about how they think pile 3 feels. Passion and rest. So rest is coming out again. Maybe you are taking like your time to rest, or maybe this is like, is this a break or space? Actually, let's get a tarot card. Spirit, what is all this rest energy with the Four of Swords and this? What is happening with this? Why are we doing this? The Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so they feel like you do have a sense of desire with this passion here for them and for this situation. But yeah, it feels like with this rest, they feel like you're also taking the time out for yourself right now to decide what it is you want from this situation, where you want to go with this situation, what is best for you, kind of like what we were feeling in the beginning, and maybe even like what moves you want to make, or where you see this going, where you see this headed. Both of these, we have the Two of Swords and we have the Two of Wands both coming out. Both of them represent decisions. Two of Swords is mental, and the Two of Wands is also like, the Wands can represent fire, passion, and things like that. And so maybe they're also kind of really thinking about, well, are you thinking about what's logically best? Are you feeling like you should do what's logically best here? Or are you going to go with those feelings of passion, want, desire, or like almost like kind of like your heart type of energy here too? And I feel like they're understanding right now that they're not trying to push you too hard or push you over the edge. It doesn't feel like this person is like expecting a decision right now. And it kind of feels like they're also in an energy of wanting to show you, like that message before of like, they're they're realizing that this is going to take patience, that this is going to take time. You may be teaching this person more patience at this time as well too, like teaching them to have a little bit of patience, maybe teaching them to give a little space or to let you kind of make your own choices and things like that. But they definitely feel like you are in this energy of choosing where you want to go here. What do you want to do here? What do you foresee here? What's the plan here for you? You know? And we have the Four of Cups, which can also be about contemplation too, and the Seven of Wands. Also, for some of you, this person feels like you may be a little resistant or maybe avoiding it a little bit. But I don't really feel like that's the case here. I feel like you are trying to do the best with what information you currently have. I definitely feel like that's the case. What else can you tell us about how they think pile 3 feels? Bottom of the deck, we have strength. Illumination. That's like that sun energy too. I feel like illumination can be specifically for how this person thinks you feel is things, either these are things within you or things between you and them that have definitely come to light, or you're trying your best right now to find this clarity, to shine light on the answers that you're seeking. They feel that you're definitely trying to figure this situation out and figure them out at this current time. But also, if it's been a little tough or if it's been a lot, they also feel like you need a little break too. And that doesn't have to be a break from like a, you know how you say like, oh, we're going on a break? Unless that is your situation, it kind of feels like you need a break from this to kind of take some time out. Because I am picking up on like, there's a potential here to get burnt out. And I think that they're picking up on that as well too. I think we said something like that as well. So with the illumination, I do feel like this is also like this connection may have illuminated parts of yourself and even parts of them. I do feel like there could be mirroring here as well. And I'm also hearing that they feel you just want the answers, you want the clarity. And I just heard bring in the light too. Oh, and I was kind of picking up on that with the sun too. Like bring in the light, bring in the joy. Make me feel good, make me feel seen, make me feel loved. That type of energy as well. Very interesting. I want to pull one of these cards. How do they think pile 3 feels, Spirit? With one of these cards, how do they think pile 3 feels about them? Ooh, abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude, bliss, and blessings. The bottom of the deck, we have hammer. So hammer is about hard work as well too. It says sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. We have the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck too, and that's exactly what I was feeling. Like they're feeling like you're wanting to work, and the 8 of Pentacles is about like long term too. And so there was something here about like them feeling like, okay, maybe I'm not the easiest person, maybe this isn't the easiest situation, but I hope you're feeling like this is worth it. Or maybe you come to the conclusion that this is worth it in due time, maybe with a little bit of rest. Definitely. Bottom of the deck, we have love, unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, selflessness. I want to pull a little bit of tarot. So we're going to get channeled messages too. Don't worry about how they think you feel. See what kind of comes out for you. But I want to pull just a couple tarot cards to ask how you actually feel. So Spirit, how does pile 3 actually feel? We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. How does pile 2 actually feel? And we have the King of Pentacles. Well, first thing that came to mind too is like some of you may actually have a lot of things going on right now, and it could be kind of hard, or like if there's stress in one area of your life, it could make this situation a lot more stressful too, or vice versa. But I don't think that that's for everybody. I am picking up on with the 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. First of all, holy earth energy, lots of earth sign energy coming through. And we have the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Underneath that, we have the Devil. I'm hearing that you're like, show me. Show me I am a priority for you. Make something happen. Show me that you are somebody that I can trust, that I can rely on. And then I'll know what to do, you know? I do feel like you may also, with all of the Pentacle energy, you may be feeling like you need physical, tangible evidence, okay? Not just a phone call, not just a tarot reading, not shout out to tarot readings, not just words, you know? You're like, I need something physical, I need something tangible, and I need you to head in a direction that is more stable for me, that is safe for me, that is reliable for me, that you can, and show me that you can offer me what I expect and what I want from a relationship, okay? You're like, I don't want to be second to none, or maybe like you'll understand, like maybe if this person has kids and things like that, like that's obviously different. But when it comes to just like what they choose to do with their daily routines, what they choose to do with their life, even if they are busy, right? Even if they work a hell of a lot, you know, you're like, it only takes a little bit of time to send a text message. You can give me a phone call on your lunch. You can come see me. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things. You're like, I want to know that I'm important to you. I want to know that I'm a top priority to you, right? And I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles here too, you're even willing to have patience with this person, and you're willing to allow them to like show you in a way, or maybe like come into themselves or do things like that. Like I understand like with the Pentacles here, like you're not wanting to rush anything at all, but you are wanting to see something for yourself. Like you need some sort of validation from this person that says, hey, you're important to me. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to deceive you. I want to build something here with you. I want to be somebody that you can rely on. Like all of those things that honestly we were kind of talking about with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles there too. You're like, I kind of see it. Like I can sense it a little bit, but I need... There's still answers, there's still learning, there's still like information that you feel like you need from this person to show you. But it kind of just, and it also just feels like, to be honest, like you expect certain qualities from a partner, and it feels like this person, whether it was in the beginning or still now, they give you glimpses, or they show you that they could be. But it does also feel like you're not going to want to wait forever as well. And if you're in the process of building something here with this person, like it is still like maybe new, or like halfway, or like it's not like years and years and years, of course, then you're like, okay, this is the journey too. You know, you're like, this is the journey. This is the evolution of it. And hopefully we can build something very stable here. But with the 7 of Swords and the Devil underneath and the 8 of Pentacles, you're definitely in an energy of not wanting anything toxic. You want something authentic. You want somebody honest. You want this person to come through. And it just feels like you have specific expectations. And you also really, really, really don't want to get disappointed. And for some of you, you may be really, really tired of being disappointed from like your past and past relationships. So I understand if it's hard to trust, or I understand if sometimes we get weary of people's intentions and things like that. And also it depends on what this person has already shown you too. Like I said, if there were things that have happened, you probably have every right to feel that way. If not, then just trust it's a natural feeling that comes up, right? But yeah, the overall energy is like, show me. Show me you are who you say you are. Show me, you know, that I'm important to you. All of those things here too. So I wouldn't even say that this person is too far off from like that, if that is how you feel, you know. All right, Spirit, let's get a couple channel messages now to see a little bit more and how this person, how this person thinks pile 3 feels about them. You can see right through me and I hate it. Okay, so there's something here already about you calling them on their bullshit, or you like not letting them get away with certain things. And maybe they feel like you can see right through them. Like they can't hide like anything from you is kind of what I'm getting from this. How do they think pile 3 feels about them? How do they think pile 3 feels about them, Spirit? Oop, almost fell on the ground. How am I supposed to be okay when you've overtaken every thought? Yeah, they may think that you think about them a lot. And that you are, or I'm sorry, they are on your mind. They very well may be, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just heard too, I wonder if you think about me as much as I think about you. I wonder if I'm on your mind the way that you are on my mind too. So this could also be like accompanied with a bit of curiosity. Oh, I just saw we are soulmates at the bottom of the deck. And then we have, I don't feel like we're intimate enough. Maybe they feel like you need more intimacy, you need more connection. And it doesn't have to just be sex. Oh, bottom of the deck, I don't have time for a relationship right now. I was thinking like, yeah, like for some of you, they may be really feeling like you don't have the time or space or energy. But that just depends on your situation. Like, because we had that 8 of Pentacles and we had that 4 of Swords, and then they were like, this person like needs rest, they need time. But it, like I said, just take what resonates. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, they could feel like you're wanting more from this situation. More intimate moments. It could be sexual, but it also could be like heart to hearts. Intimate moments too can be like the beautiful like little things as well. Like just spending quality time with each other. There's different types of intimacy. It could also be like those really deep like soul talks too, where you get like to know somebody on a different level, you know, and they could be feeling like you're wanting more of this, like more substance from this, of like, I want to know everything that you've been through. I want to know why you are the way that you are, you know, like that kind of thing. I want to know deeper. I want to know more. How do they think pile 3 feels about them? I was going to say, I'm feeling like only getting 2 from here. We're just going to grab the top one. It says, there's so much I wish I could say to you. Interesting. They may just feel like there's lots of things left unsaid between you, or like things that you don't quite say. I can kind of feel that with like the 4 of Cups and the 7 of Wands right here as well, of like, they may feel like you're kind of in a little bit of like a resistant type of energy right now. And also with the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups, like being very careful. Okay, how does this person think pile 3 feels? I just dropped it and a whole stack came out, but the bottom is I'm holding back after we were just saying that. Okay, let's get one more, Spirit. I want to pull this one though, because it's irritating me that like a whole freaking stack. What did I just say? This one falls out. Is there still a chance? That could be them coming through. They're like, okay, before you pull one, like, let me just say this. Sometimes I feel like that's how these cards are. Also, with all of that questioning, though, like that decision making, like the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords, of like you're still trying to decide, like you may be still thinking, like, is there a chance that this may work out? Is there, or like for some of you, it could be like, should I give this another chance? Or just like it says, is there? Oh my god, I swear this one just popped over again as I was shuffling. Okay, so we'll put that there. We'll put that there. And we're going to get one more now that I'm going to pull. How does this person think pile 3 feels, Spirit, about them? You'll be the one that got away. You live in my head rent-free. So yeah, they do think that you think about them a lot. That seems to be coming through. That's apparent. I think that they're thinking that you have questions. Maybe these are decisions that you have to make. These are feelings that you have to work through in regards to like what you want from the situation. If you want a future, what are you willing to put in? Also, I can see from both perspectives though, like coming through, that they're also realizing that they have to show you something, or you have to get something back in return in order for you to make the decision that they may be wanting you to make, which would be like maybe like pushing all the way through. Like you have things that you need to see, and you have reasons for doing that for yourself, right? Those are your own reasons. But I do think with the you'll be the one that got away, I'm not picking up on like a super cockiness about this. I'm feeling like they feel, or that you recognize, because they may recognize it too, that this connection is very unique. This the way that you guys, whether have interacted or the effect that you had on each other or have on each other, isn't something like that this person takes lightly. Like they're like, I feel like this is something very special, and it's not something that you can just, and this is from their perspective, it's not something that you can just walk away from, wash your hands clean, and like never think about again or something like that. Like they definitely feel like this is some, like, and it goes for like the connection too, like that this is something that has definitely and will leave a permanent mark, or left a mark. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that if you and this person decide to walk away or do anything like that, like you're going to be stuck on them forever and they're going to be stuck on you forever. But there's going to be something within, and even if you do stay together, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be something inside that may leave you and this person changed forever. And I think it's all about perspective, how you choose to view that, if it's positive or negative. Like sometimes if someone's in like a victim mindset at times when it comes to relationships, they could view it as negative, or like and if somebody is in a more positive mindset, or like an alchemist, so to speak, you know, you recognize that it's always for the better and it's always something to gain from it. But yeah, it just feels like they're not taking this lightly. All right, let's go ahead and get the confirmation. So that is how this person thinks you feel. Spirit, what are some significant zodiac signs here for my pile 3? Cancer, okay. Gemini. Sorry if that's really loud. I'm trying to like not roll it that hard, but it keeps... Aquarius. It's get one more. In Taurus. And if we said any of the other signs as well that may be significant to you earlier on, take that as a sign as well. If you see your sign here, it's maybe just that may be confirmation that this reading is for you. It's all about how you feel about it. It's up to your interpretation too, okay? Don't forget, you guys always have the power and the choice to decide what something means to you, if it means anything to you at all, if you want to take this into consideration, if you want to leave it behind, if you want to forget about it and see if it comes back later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all up to you. Okay, some significant initials that we have here. Grab another. Sticking to me. Okay, so we have a G, an E, an A Q, I see 2 Y's, I see an O, 2 M's. For some of you, the month of May could be significant, or a mom. We can spell mom right here. If you are a mom, or maybe there's, for some of you, it could be like significant interference, or like affected by the mother, like, if that makes sense. Like, if you guys are both kind of overcoming and learning, like, maybe things or childhood things that, like, you learned at one point from your mother, or like that were inflicted on you through your mother. It could be positive and negative too. We have a D. We have an X, an F, an N, an I, and a J. So those are the initials coming out for you. Now I just want to take the time and pull 1 or 2 cards here just to get a message for you, advice for you. And I want to read one from the guidebook too. So we have social media isn't real life. They don't really look like that. Life is not perfect. Filters are fake. This could also be about comparison, or maybe certain things that you're seeing online, whether you're seeing stuff online from this person, from their family, or maybe even like other people's relationships. Spirit is coming through right now to say it's not all as glitters and gold as it may seem. Or even if this person, like, say you're like watching them on Facebook and like, oh, I said Facebook, I didn't even mean to say that. Like, that's crazy. So that's super specific for some of you. But if you're watching them on like any type of social media platform, right? And it kind of feels like maybe they're like unbothered, or whatever it is that could be affecting you through the lens of social media, Facebook, other people, right? That's so crazy that I was saying Facebook, because I don't even have a Facebook. That's so weird, and it came out like so naturally too. Anyway, Spirit's saying, hey, it's not real. You know, there's usually something deeper going on. Nothing's perfect, or nothing is as what it seems. It's only what people only post what they want you to see on those types of things, which means they're going to try to make their life look the way that they want you to think that it looks. So don't take any of that personal. Don't take any of that to heart. And like I said, for others of you, if that's not the case, this could just be about like all the things that we consume in life, whether it's like TV, it is the internet, it's all the things that we've been taught sometimes through our childhood, through like media and magazines and billboards and everything like that. It's all 100% fake. It's photoshopped. It's tweaked, it's messed with, it's programmed, it's propaganda, you know what I'm saying? So it's all not realistic, and I know it can be embedded so deep within us, especially like in childhood too, like seeing these things. I I'm hearing like reality TV shows too. For some reason, I don't know why America's Next Top Model is coming up. I used to love that show when I was younger. And then I just watched that documentary about like how toxic it was. And I'm like, dude, that's so crazy, because it is. And it was so normalized. But anything for, you know, reality TV, right? Anything to get that shock factor and stuff. But I'm trailing off. But you get what I'm saying, right? None of that is actually real. And a lot of it is profitable. Like, they want you to think that this image is how you should be, or this is how you should look, or this is what you should do. And then they're going to try to sell you something that'll convince you that this will get you there. You get what I'm saying? And so there's so much manipulation and propaganda for all sorts of things. And just remind yourself that you're perfectly fine the way that you are, and your life is perfectly fine the way that it is. And no one else's is perfect. Everyone else has ups and downs. Everyone else makes mistakes. Everyone else, basically, comparing is definitely the thief of joy. And your journey is yours alone. And it's so beautifully written perfectly for you that it wouldn't even fit somebody else. It wouldn't work for somebody else. Just like somebody else's journey wouldn't work for you. Kind of like a thumbprint, fingerprint type of thing. Everyone's is kind of different. Okay. Leave your face alone. Breakouts happen. Your face will recover. Resist the pick. This could also be about picking at yourself or picking at certain things, at certain wounds. Spirit's like, hey, if you need to give it a rest right now, give it a rest. And sometimes when we get triggered or something happens, that is like leaving it alone, but like allowing it to like do its thing is healing within itself too. But also if you're a skin picker and a face picker, spirit's coming through to say, hey, leave it alone. Okay, what is the message that pile 3 needs to hear from this guidebook, Spirit? Is this a long one? Are we still recording? Oh, it is a long one. It's okay, I've had longer. And this will be the last message for you guys, though. Mainly because I don't want it to cut me off and run out of space. I get about like with the storage that I have right now, I would say about like a little over 1 hour per reading. But then I like upload it and then I can delete it and I can start over again. So it works. Ooh, we have the tall poppy. I love this message. Now this is in, bottom of the deck we have soul retrieval too. This is in reference of, I feel like, letting yourself be seen or being exactly who you are and not worrying about anyone else's opinions, and also accepting that your differences make you you. And like, even if it's like just physical too, like your unique features make you you. And I think that's something that I've been seeing on like social media and stuff like that lately, since we have this social media card, is that a lot of people are getting work done and they're all kind of starting to look the same a little bit, or like it's the same style of things. Everything is a trend apparently when it comes to bodies and physiques and stuff, which I think is also kind of dystopian and like really crazy, because you're like changing it with the trends. But that's another story. If you feel like getting any work done on you would, like, you know, if that's something that's personal to you and you want to do too, I'm also saying like there's no shame in that as well. Again, do what you want to do. But I am kind of feeling like things are all starting to kind of look the same, or like even like with people on like online, or even if it was in person, or like when you were in school and stuff, being shamed for being different and stuff like that. Then you grow out of it and you realize those things are what makes you so cool and so beautiful and so unique and stuff like that. And I feel like Spirit's like, hey, embrace all of those things about you. There's something very important to that. And it can come with fears though, due to like learned behaviors. The tall poppy I forgot how it goes, but like the tall poppy is the one that gets cut down, that sort of thing. And at one point in time, maybe that's how it was, or that's how you felt, but it feels like now you have the power and you're in this energy to be exactly who you are, to shine exactly the way that you're supposed to and the way that you're meant to. And I'm almost picking up on leadership qualities to this energy too. So you being you may unknowingly or knowingly start like ripple effects, or you may affect other people to want to be themselves in that way too. I think Spirits, there's like emphasizing the power you have and redirecting your energy. And that could also be for this situation as well too. Like you may have the power to kind of put on a leadership role, whether you decide to lead with love or lead with patience or lead with understanding, you may realize you get that in return from this person in this situation. Or if you decide to lead with, you know, the opposite things of that, you may see that that's kind of mirrored to you too. Either way, it kind of shows that you have a lot more power than sometimes we think. Let's see what the description is though, because that's what we came here for. There's no number, so forgive me. Oh, but we found it. Okay. The tall poppy. The tale of the tall poppy says that the poppy that rises highest in the field will be cut down. This card appears when someone is called to be visible in the world and soar to greater heights than before, yet they may feel daunted by the size of the call and fear negative reactions, criticism, and envy from people around them. Shame is a tool used by the patriarchy to keep us captive. So refuse to feel ashamed, refuse to take up less space, refuse to be bound or dimmed. If you live in a way that attempts to appease everyone, your medicine will be wasted. Your presence being a vital note in the great orchestra of life. Reach high and rise like the tallest poppy in the field. For this is your destiny. If fear, shame, or confusion or grief come, do whatever you need to do to move this through your body. Dance, sing, shake, scream, walk, run, talk to a trusted one. Don't let any part of your soul leave. Your light is needed here. It's interesting that it said, don't let any part of your soul leave. And the bottom of the deck, we had soul retrieval. So this could also represent you meeting parts of yourself, like whether that's younger parts of yourself or things that are triggering those feelings and things where at one time, in order to keep yourself safe, you had to abandon these parts. Spirit is saying, accept all of these parts of you. And I really like this. I feel like this was a great reminder too. If you live in a way that attempts to appease everyone, your medicine will be wasted. It's also a message. I was going to say a message and an energy. It's a message too to remind you that when we are our 100% authentic selves and we're being ourselves and we're not just doing things to make other people feel comfortable or make other people feel safe, it will attract the people that are meant for us and it will deter the people that aren't. Now, if you're scared of deterring this person by doing things that may displease them or doing things that you feel like they may like, you may be pleasantly surprised to find out that that's not the case. But also, if that is the case, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably for the best. But it just depends on your situation. But I feel like there's a lot of like inner wounds that you in particular are shedding, and Spirit wants you to come out of this because it was keeping you in this specific energy of like all of the things that were cast upon you in your childhood, or all of the things like we were talking about the media tries to display and things like that. Spirit's like, okay, now is your time to break free of that. Yeah, they'll keep coming up and stuff, but just keep reminding yourself that you're you and that's beautiful and that you're allowed to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And I feel like it will be so like refreshing, and it would be so like almost like inspiring to other people. It's like when you give yourself permission and to be who you feel like you truly are. And when I say authentic, it doesn't mean that you have to like be edgy or you have to have your own specific style or brand that no one else has. Being authentic is just acting true to you, how you feel in the moment or what you truly want to do without having anyone else's opinions affect that, you know? That's all it is. And so with that being said, like it in turn like gives other people the feeling and the confidence and maybe even the permission to do that too. You never know who's watching. Okay, but I am gonna leave this reading here. I kind of like stopped and I was like, okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you guys to all of the support for the channel too. Thank you to those who like the videos, who comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, mainly to my subscribers too, but also to everybody. Even if you don't want to comment because you don't want to be seen, like a simple like or a thumbs up just does wonders. Or I think it's like hype now. That's like the new thing. Hyping it. It does wonders for my channel and the videos. So thank you so much to those of you who do that. And I do see you and I still appreciate you. And I do love to read your guys' comments. I love to read your experiences, how you resonate, all of the beautiful things that you guys like to share. It touches my heart. Even if it's just the whatever pile you chose, I appreciate that too. I'm just glad you guys are here. But yeah, back to my subscribers. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you guys so much. And you are my Vibrant Soul Tribe. So if you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, all you have to do is subscribe and that's it. There's no hidden fees, no nothing like that. Just hop on and welcome. Hop on and you will be accepted. So that's it. Maybe I'll see you guys in another pile. If you guys chose another pile, maybe I'll see you in another reading. But either way, I just hope to see you there. Bye. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. That feels so weird saying pile 4 because I haven't done a 4 pile reading and I don't even know how long. But I like it. It feels good. But welcome to your reading. If you chose the Unfolding Path Tarot deck or the Calcite Crystal, you are at the right place. So I hope you guys are comfortable and relaxed. We are going to be beginning. I just want to set the intention and invite Spirit into this reading, and then we're going to pull some cards. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile 4's collective energy, the collective messages for pile 4. Tune me into the energy of how the person on their mind thinks that pile 4 feels about them. May this reading offer pile 4 any insights into this, answers that they may be looking for, clarity that they may be seeking, or anything that they just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to this person, in regards to the connection, and in regards to how they think pile 4 feels about them. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So, Spirit, how does this person think pile 4 feels about them? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords. For some reason, the number 52 is really catching my attention right here. So that could be significant to somebody. Or 52 reduced in numerology is 7 as well. The number 7 could be significant. Okay, how do they think pile 4 feels about them, Spirit? We have the Knight of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. I just heard playing your cards close to your chest, so they may think that right now you're playing your cards close to your chest. You're maybe not showing certain things to them. It could be out of self-protection. Maybe they think you're holding back a little bit, just depending. So we're going to get more cards and see though. But that's what I heard, playing your cards close to your chest. So whatever that may mean to you. Kind of makes me think of like in poker, like you're playing your cards close to your chest. You're trying not to have certain things be revealed. And this could just be an assumption that they're thinking, or like a projection, just depending on like your circumstances is what I'm picking up on. Clarify the 5 of Cups here, Spirit. We have the 7 of Wands. Clarify the 2 of Swords here. We have the Page of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Swords here. We have the Lovers. And clarifying the 4 of Pentacles here. We have the 6 of Wands. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. The 5 of Cups being the first card is an interesting one because sometimes that card can represent grief, loss, or us feeling things in regards to not having what we want. It can also represent, though, like pessimistic energy. So like maybe they feel that you have your doubts, or that you're feeling things right now with this, but with the Seven of Wands, you may not be acting on those feelings. So I'm getting like different scenarios. So like an example of this would be like you and this person had a falling out, and you're actually like really feeling it. Like you're feeling very distraught about it, or, you know, it is affecting you. But the Seven of Wands is like, well, I'm going to stand my ground, and I'm not going to just act on those feelings because that's not what feels, or that's not what I think, that's not what I think I should do. I need, whether you feel like you need a reassurance from this person, or, and this is how they think you feel, obviously, or they think that you are, it could just be like sad about the circumstances, but you're not running to them and being like, oh, I'm so sad. Like if you were in a separation with this person, you're not like, oh, I'm so sad, please take me back. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like they feel like you have your own reasons on why you would be standing your ground in this situation. And I think that due to certain circumstances, they kind of understand that, whether they think that that's the emotionally mature thing to do. And with the Two of Swords coming up, you know, they feel like you are kind of in this in-between energy. What should you do? What do you want to do? The Page of Cups can represent what our heart wants us to do. There's even like, oh, it's so cute. This old man's like smiling with his cup. And I think that they feel like right now you're kind of wrestling with this. You're wrestling with the thought of what you feel you should do versus what you want to do. Even these swords are together. It looks like a double-edged sword here. And I think that, I definitely think that they feel like you're trying your best to not get hurt in this situation, but they also think that you may be denying parts of yourself, denying something that your heart wants. The Knight of Swords and the Lovers, I think that they feel like you want a specific conversation here. There's things that you would like to say that are on your mind. And with this Lovers energy, the fact that they're like so connected and like she's pulling them closer and they're like, you know, I feel like this person thinks that maybe you want to be closer or to be more intimate with them at this time. And I feel like there's something about this energy where they're thinking like, okay, well, you should say how you feel. And like I said, this could all just be like assumptions or projection, because we're going to look at how you actually feel later. And, or this could just be like wishful thinking or hoping and stuff like that. But it feels like they also feel like you may be avoiding them a little bit. But with the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, they think that you're trying to protect yourself right now, or be in an energy of like self-preservation or self-protection. For the Six of Wands could be like, I'm picking up on two different energies with this. So the Six of Wands, this person may feel like your pride is getting in the way a little bit, or maybe your ego's getting in the way a little bit. And then the other side is that they feel like they're like, come on, you know you want this situation to work out. You know you want this to work and all that. And it's, they're like, you can like let loose a little bit. They're like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to like like we said, hold all your cards to your chest, which is interesting because that's what this is doing right here. They're like holding it all right here. But the Four of Pentacles can represent security. It can represent, sometimes it can represent like hoarding things too, because we feel like we need this. It just depends on like how it is. And so, but it can a lot of the times represent our comfort, holding on to something because it's comfort for us and it feels safe. What do we have under the Eight of Wands? We have the Tower. Ooh. They may have feel like something has shifted for you too. Like you were at one point like feeling a certain way about them. Like maybe you could have been feeling like very positive, or and something, whether it's something had happened or something kind of has shifted. And so you're in this energy of to them of just doing what you feel is best to you, but it may be at the expense of getting what you want, which would be in their eyes this connection or this to kind of work out. The Eight of Wands though kind of makes me feel like they feel like you still are very drawn to them, or you feel some sort of like pull. This could be like, again, a lot of times the Eight of Wands comes out when like there's a message, like an incoming message or something. And so they could feel like you're wanting to express yourself. The Knight of Swords and the Lovers though is like an energy of just going for it. I think this person really wants you to tell them how you feel. Like that's what I'm really picking up on. They're like, okay, just tell me how you feel. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you decide. Because they're thinking that you're holding or withholding this information from them for whatever reason. And they're like, look, like this could work out, but you have to like, you have to open up. You have to trust me. You have to, for some of you, it's like, give it another shot, give it another go. We have Gemini energy coming through as well. We're going to pull some oracles here too. I'm just kind of scanning here to see what other messages Spirit wants to convey with this. I just heard like, I hope from this person, like I hope you're doing well. I don't want to think that you're in this like dark place. And it feels like they're like, if I caused you any issues, there is honestly like a remorse for this. What else, Spirit? How does this person think pile 4 feels? They also think you may feel a little confused right now at this time. And you're still trying to decide what's best. But yeah, they really want you to like express yourself to them. Let's grab some oracles. And we have disruption, which is like that Tower card as well. And sadness. Yeah, that can also indicate too, like just the circumstances between you and them. If it didn't quite go as planned or work out, or something had happened. They're feeling like you're very disappointed in them. You're very sad about this. For some of you, I heard like, what the fuck? I don't know why. All right. Spirit, how does this person think pile 4 feels? We have anger. Wow. So they also think you could be mad at them. The 7 of Wands was kind of conveying that as well too. Like this disappointment right now. And then the 7 of Wands is like, you know what? I'm not freaking doing this. Like, I'm protecting myself. I'm standing my ground. You know what you did type of energy. It's also an energy. Both of these cards can relay an energy of like needing to protect yourself too. Yeah, we have. So they definitely think that you're mad at them or angry at them. Maybe just angry at the circumstances too. Spirit, how does this person think pile 4? We have creativity. I heard thinking with this creativity. How does this person think pile 4 feels? We have space. Let's get one more. Ooh, rejection at the bottom. How does this person think pile 4 feels about them? And we have magic. Bottom of the deck, we have hunger. You know what's crazy is like, I feel like they feel you're in a space of processing your feelings. Figuring out how you feel too. Figuring out what it is that how you feel about them. Now, you could be in this energy of taking space, or they're recognizing that you need space, right? But with the creativity and the magic on one side, I definitely feel like this person is hoping that with this space, like whether, okay, so you have like these intense feelings right here that they're thinking that you're feeling, right? And then taking some space, and with that space, the magic card just makes me feel like living on a prayer. Like, I don't know how or what's gonna happen, but I just really hope that it works out in my favor with that magic. It's also like the Magician here too. So maybe for some of you, you've kind of taken your power back from this situation, and you'll be in an energy where they feel that you don't need them anymore as well, or maybe you don't even want them anymore, and that could be a fear of theirs. But I'm definitely feeling like this magic is like preparing for the worst, praying for the best. Interesting. And I'm also really drawn to this light bulb here too. So they could think that you have your own idea now of them, or like the light bulb moment is like an aha moment. And now it's up to you to decide what it is that you want to do. Tell me more about this creativity. How does this person think that pile 4 feels, Spirit? Tell me more about this creativity card. We have strength at the bottom. We have the 9 of Swords. I heard it's like their worst fears. It's their anxiety. It's what's keeping them up at night. Like the the mind is creative and powerful, and yet it could be very destructive. So I feel like some of these things are what they're worrying about, the worst case scenarios here when it comes to how they think that you feel. That's interesting. They definitely feel like you feel you need some space and time away from them. And then maybe they're hoping with this magic card that in the end, you know, things will just magically go their way. It'll magically work out in the way that they want. Like I said, like preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best type of energy. We have strength in the Three of Swords. This person does think that you are being very strong right now. I can definitely see that. They feel like you may be going through a hard time because of them or because of this situation. And I feel like you've been showing them a lot of grace. And I don't mean like grace as in like forgiveness, but like if you have been kind of keeping to yourself, or you've just been showing a side of yourself that I think almost kind of scares this person, because it's a very powerful side and it's something that scares them at the same time. And the hunger at the bottom of the deck is like, I still hope that this person feels like they want me or they need me. I want this person to kind of like yearn for me. And this could just be, like I said, wishful thinking. It can also be projection as well. I have one more deck we're going to use right here just to get a little insights. Oh, I saw Ascending and Healing Heart. Ooh, that's like rising above for sure. How does this person think pile 4 feels about them? My dog is scratching at the door. So we have Sword in the Rose, which is clarity and truth, revelations, honor, and protection. We have picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. And we also have shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, and transformation. At the bottom of the deck, we have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain of the future. Yeah, they're definitely like feeling like there has been a definite shift with the shock, the Tower. Like something about your perception of them has been changed or has like warped, or they're just wondering. I feel like a lot of this is they're just wondering if this is affecting you in this way. And it could be the way that it's affecting them. They feel like this is something that isn't easy. It's not easy for them. It's not easy for you. And with this clarity and truth, I feel like it is a double-edged sword to this person, like we were talking about, because they're like, is the clarity that I'm not for you? Or is the clarity and truth that it's worth it? If that makes sense. But I think that they just hope that you miss them enough to, whether it's to reach out or to have a specific conversation where you and them can reconnect. That's what I was picking up on in the first place, you know. Okay. We're gonna see how you actually feel a little bit, just get a little bit into that, and then we're gonna get some channeled messages to see more too about how they think that you feel too. Any other messages or anything else that wants to come out too. So Spirit, can you show us how pile 4 actually feels about this situation and about this person? We have the Star. I know it's a drawing, but sometimes YouTube shocks me, like on how, which I think that would be fine, but I'm not risking it, dude. This is like an hour-long reading, probably. Actually, where are we at? Oh, we're only 23 minutes. Okay, still. And it would block my whole video too, which is, who cares? Okay, so we have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Moon. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, I was sensing this. I'm not surprised that the King of Cups came out, because I feel like you're in this energy of emotional maturity where you have feelings, you know, like there's things going on within you, but you're trying your best to still differentiate those feelings from truth. The Star card and the High Priestess, I feel like how you actually feel is that you are in this healing energy, right? And I feel like there still is a sense of, like with the Star card, I feel like there's still a sense of hope. I just heard maturing. And with the High Priestess, I feel like you're in this energy of really like going within. There's something within your gut, there's something within your intuition that you feel like you just can't ignore right now at this time when it comes to this person, when it comes to this situation. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, you may be thinking about an opportunity or a new opportunity with this person, just depending. But with the Three of Swords and the Moon, you're definitely not going to be as naive, or, and I'm not saying you were naive or anything like that, but it kind of just feels like you're going through your own process. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it could just be an opportunity to heal. It could just be an opportunity to work through this energy and come out on the other side. With the Moon card here, though, I am feeling like there are heavy emotions. There are certain fears and things that may be leaning you towards this person again. Like, I'm trying to word it in a way, like with the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Moon, you could be feeling like you want something again here with this person, or like I said, like a new opportunity, or you would just be wondering if, you may be even wondering if that's an option, or you may be even wondering if that's something you should do. And the Three of Swords and the Moon is like, well, are we getting ourselves into trouble here? There could be, I feel like you're really weighing out the consequences of what you should do. I feel like you're really weighing out right now what you feel is right. And I feel like your intuition is leading the way. But sometimes we all struggle with things like this, right? I almost want, and you may be even getting guidance from Spirit with this High Priestess as well. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles, Spirit, on how pile 4 actually feels. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Yeah, I still kind of stand by what I said. So with the Two of Cups coming through with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, some of you may be feeling like, or wondering like, should you make this situation work? Will there be heartache on the other side of this? And others of you may be feeling like, well, if this doesn't work out, then maybe, you know, the universe has something better for me. Maybe I just need to surrender to this situation right now, surrender to my circumstances, and with the Chariot moving forward, you know, continuing moving forward here. But there's a part of you that feels still very pulled back to this energy. There's this unknown, there's this mystery energy with the Moon here too, which is saying, well, it can be quite confusing. It can be like, well, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. So you might be putting on some pressure, putting on a lot of pressure on like if you're making the right choice or not. And then I'm hearing for some of you too, you're in this energy of like, well, I'm just going to let it unfold. I'm just going to sit back right now and I'm going to let it unfold and see what happens for me, see what's meant for me. I feel like your guides are very present around you right now. And I just heard justice. So I want to get one more card. How does pile 4 actually feel? Yeah, okay. These just keep clarifying like what what I've been saying, but I feel like there's something deeper here though. That's why I keep asking. And this could be something that you're trying to kind of figure out as well. Like you're trying to get to the reasons why, or there's something within you, like a feeling that is just really hard to shake right now. And maybe you don't have to have all the answers right now. Maybe that's one of the reasons why, like, I want to keep digging and digging, but I feel like I'm just getting the same thing reiterated. It's because you have to kind of allow it to work through you. In spirit, as I said, that you have to surrender. And I'm smiling because not because of that, but because of like every time I'm going through something, I feel like, or something like that, spirit always comes through with the surrender, and I'm like, dude, I'm over it. I'm tired of hearing that. But it literally is the best thing sometimes. Just surrender to the current circumstances. Let spirit move you in the direction of where you need to be. Sometimes if we're feeling all of this pressure and we feel like we don't have control, the pressure can be relieved sometimes by releasing the need to control the situation. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it helps. But anyways, we have healthy choices. We have self-love, self-care, being happier, and loving life. And then we also have camera, which is reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past, perception. This just goes to show that yes, old things are coming up. Or yes, you know, sometimes we still question or we get pulled. But you are in this energy of right now, well, I need to do what's best for me. Making those healthy choices. And you're like, okay, so like if another opportunity is presented here, is it going to be the same thing? You know, I think you are in this energy of learning from the past, but sometimes it's okay if it can be a struggle. Sometimes if we can still wonder why, or sometimes we question ourselves and stuff, but spirit is here to support you. And like I said, like you have a lot of spirit guide energy around you, or spiritual energy around you at this time. So lean into that, call into that. But also make sure that you're putting yourself first at this time with your choices. That's something that I think is very important right now. And there's food here too, so it could just be like eating healthier, but it says self-love, self-care, being happier, and loving life. If you feel like you'll make a decision, or you feel like, you know, you're pulled to a decision, that's inevitably going to lead in heartache and the moon energy, which is like kind of like a shadowy, but it's also like our fears and things like that. Spirit is saying to follow your intuition with this. That very well may be, you know, and I'm not saying our fears are always right in any means, but if you've learned from this situation, like you've been through it with this person and it ended up like that, there may be something there for you to say, hey, or to do something differently, or to make a different choice. This is going on about it. This is like turning into a whole different reading, but hey, whatever, I'm here for it. Okay, we're gonna go back to the original message of how they think you feel, okay? Maybe for some of you, there was just something within that you needed to hear. We have, I find you so beautiful. We also have, we are soulmates. How do they think pile 4 feels? I think you deserve better than me, and that makes me act crazy. Let's get, how do they think pile 4 feels? Oh, I'm coming back to you. Hold on just a little longer. I'm working on myself so I can be the person that you deserve. I'm so in love with you. There's all of these too. These are very optimistic. And I'm going to tell you, some of these are not always optimistic. So I'm going to do something differently for you. I'm going to get them all out, and then we're going to talk about them. How do they think pile 4 feels? I try to show off around you. How do they think pile 4 feels, Spirit? I'm starting to believe in that twin flame stuff. I hope you're doing well. I ask about you. please have patience with me. Bottom of the deck. I don't know why I acted that way. You know, yeah, they're definitely hoping that, like, this situation, like, turns around, and that, like I said, this just solidifies the one of, like, they really hope that you reach out to them and you guys reconnect in a way. With this whole, I think you deserve better than me and that makes me act crazy, I'm working on myself so I can be the person you deserve. That's gonna go with, I feel like, each of your situations here, like, that may resonate differently. So for some of you, it's this person feeling like you deserve better than them, and they think that maybe they're thinking that you think you deserve better, you know? And then also, but it could be like, at the same time, if there was something that you did in this situation too, then they could feel like maybe you're being challenged with feelings of unworthiness and that you're trying to better yourself here in that case. But that depends on your situation. I know that's probably so confusing, but just fit it to how it fits for you, you know? And with the Ace of Pentacles here, about how you actually feel, I feel like you would be open to like a new opportunity with this person, but as long as it's not full of heartache, full of anguish, full of fear, you know what I'm saying? It's like you want this situation most likely, but you want it in an aligned version, that an aligned way that fits for both of you, where there's harmony in this. I'm starting to believe in that twin flame stuff. I feel like this person feels that you have been triggered by this connection. Maybe you've talked about twin flame stuff with them, or like the soulmate stuff, and I feel like they're really hoping that you believe that that is them. And I have to say, I try to show off around you. With this resistance that we're picking up on, I think that they're thinking, I do think that they're thinking that you're trying to do that to show them. And that may not be the case whatsoever, but they may have feelings sometimes of, oh, you're just acting like that because you're trying to show, you're trying to establish boundaries, or you're trying to show that this is how you feel when really it's this. You get, I hope you kind of get what I'm saying there too. Interesting. Very interesting, guys. I don't know why I acted that way. I hope you're doing well. I ask about you. I feel like there's emphasis on the I hope, or like that I hope you're doing well. I feel like they're kind of wondering if you're taking care of yourself. And maybe they're wondering if you wonder if they take care of, if they're taking care of them too. And I'm working on myself so I can be the person that you deserve. I definitely feel like for a lot of you, they hope that you think or know or feel that they are trying their best to learn from this, to grow from this, because they feel like that's what you're doing. Wow. Okay, those were some very interesting messages, I do have to say. We're going to move on to some further confirmation. We have Leo, we have Cancer, I think I said Gemini, we have Aquarius coming through. Let's see what else we got. So we have Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. Oh, we got all different types of signs today. Interesting. Some significant initials here. Set them right there. Okay. We have a W. We have an E. So first of all, we spell we. Oh, we have another W as well. So 2 W's. We have 2 V's here too. We have a J. A C. Oh, JC could be. We have an H. An N. An X. A Y. And an M. The only vowel we got is E. I'm not really seeing any words or anything like that that stand out to me. Maybe like CJ could be an initial, MJ. Okay, so that is the initial part. Now we're going to just get some messages for you, some quick little messages. Spirit, what does pile 4 need to hear right now in regards to the situation? I just need to hear right now. What is the message for them? We have education before romance. No matter what happens with love, no one can take away your education, training, or degrees. You support yourself. We also have don't do dumb stuff. But if you do, don't post it on social media. Those things can follow you. Ooh, bottom of the deck. It says you're being kind of boring. And I know that probably sounds mean. This is a sassy deck. But it says try new foods, places, hobbies, music, and books. New stuff makes life thrilling. I think that's the main message though. Not that you're being boring, of course. But it's like, Spirit's like, hey, get out and try to do some stuff that makes you feel good. Or try some new things. Or try some new places to eat. I think Spirit wants to focus on bringing you a little bit of joy right now. And there's something very important about not reacting. Not immediately reacting. Now, this could be a message for your near future. Is what I'm picking up for some of you too. Like your future to near future. But right now, the education before romance. Okay, first of all, if some of you are going to school right now, this is definite confirmation. Like Spirit's like, hey, follow through with that or continue to do that. But another thing is that anything that you have or anything that you decide to work on, you know, that can be something that is fulfilling within its own way. And it's important to have things for yourself that no one else can take from you. Like an example would be like if you have a business or if you have like hobbies or things like that. Or, you know, if you have like your own place or anything really that is like value to you. Spirit's like right now at this time, focus on that. Those things, or focus on the things right now that are going to nourish your life, that are going to bloom, that are going to blossom, that are going to fulfill you in other ways too. Specifically right now, it seems to be really important to work on what's important for you. If you have like unfinished projects, if you have like ideas you want to put into motion, things you want to do, maybe it's like applying for another job, or like I said, maybe it is just education too, or it's like schooling and stuff like that. Spirit's like, make sure you have those things and you do them, because it's important to have like your own sense of foundation, your own sense of self, and your own sense of things to fall back on. And I'm not saying that those things define your worth or define the sense of self for you at all, but it's important to have your own things going on so that you're not fully engulfed or invested right now in another person or another connection that doesn't seem to at this time be fulfilling you fully. It's basically like, I know it sounds selfish, but like it's basically like if you have something else that you're working on that's going well, but then like say like a relationship, you know, falls out or whatever, and you're really sad about it. It's like, well, at least I still have this, you know, or at least I can still do this. It's like having other things that you're working towards, is important, because It's going to help you. It's going to help you relieve some of this energy. It's going to help you get it out. It's going to help you focus. And the parts, whatever it may be to you that you're focusing on, will thrive, okay? And then with this, don't do dumb stuff. But if you do, don't post on social media. Those things can follow you. Yeah, there's something about specific reactions as well. And also, Spirit is saying there's something about a reaction that you're going to wait for. Instead of reacting, you're going to wait and you're going to see something. Like whether you're going to see that this person's true colors, or see something or someone that comes up or comes out, and that you'll get some sort of clarity or some sort of answer. I know that sounds so vague, and that may not even be for everybody, but it kind of feels like Spirit is putting emphasis on not reacting so quickly, allowing something to be shown to you, okay? And if you feel like it's cool to lay low right now for a little bit, like maybe not even post on social media at all or something like that, that could be okay too. You could have like eyes watching you. Like there's something about maybe like this person's family for some of you, or this person maybe like watching you, and then like if they see something, maybe using it against you, like, oh, like you're not sad or you're over it because you're doing this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, who cares what they think anyways? But just make sure that you're showing what you feel like, because social media is all fake anyways, and we show what we want, right? We show what we want to be seen. So make sure you're showing what you truly want to be seen, and not what you think may affect you in the future or something like that. I hope you get what I'm saying. But like nothing can come back to bite you in that sense. Spirit's also saying about being responsible right now, which I know sometimes the responsibilities can freaking suck, specifically when we're like feeling very down. But also take the time that you need for yourself as well. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so we're going to get one last message from this book that we're going to read from the guidebook and see what your message is, okay? Spirit, what is the message that pile 4 needs to hear right now? Just watch me. Ooh, bottom of the deck, we have the golden thread. Ooh, the golden thread, I feel like is like a cusp, or right on the cuspus of something. What do we have underneath it? Chamber of forgiveness. Like stepping through this portal, and the golden thread is like, the golden is like all the good that we want to experience. Okay, let's see what this is just. Oh, I opened it right on the Chamber of Forgiveness too. I feel kind of called to read a little bit of it. It says, there's no question that it's through our relationships, both with ourselves and others, that we grow the most. Through the disappointments, betrayals, heartaches, and heartbreaks, through growing apart and the inevitability of change. Through all of this, we grow. The Chamber of Forgiveness reminds us of our innate innocence and of the need to keep our heart tender toward ourselves and others, to soften and humble ourselves in our humanness. When the heart hurts, it wants to shut down, harden, and close itself off from the world. This is a normal reaction to the ache that comes with being human. The Chamber of Forgiveness is a card of heart healing and deep, deep compassion for yourself and others too. It invites us to find a way to keep our heart open through the hurt, the blame, the betrayal, the anger, and the shame, not to shut down or close our heart over or harden ourselves from life. Our grief is evidence of how much we love, for it's impossible to live with an open heart and not experience hurt or grief. Forgiveness has a mysterious timing, and you cannot rush it. But there often comes a day when, after many tears have been shed and candles lit, the heart doesn't ache like it did before. We may find a softness in our voice where there was previously sharpness and pain. This is the energy of the Chamber of Forgiveness. It's a process that's unfolding within us always. And if this card appears for you, then chances are this process is intelligently unfolding within you. Wow, that's so beautiful. Okay. There's no number, so I don't even know what, oh, I found it. Never mind. So we have just watch me come out. Watch out, world, here you come. It's time to make your entrance, to leave your mark, to let yourself be seen and your presence known. You're ready. This moment has been a long time coming. You've been working toward it for a while now. All the details are being taken care of. What others think of you is irrelevant. This is a card of unbridled confidence, self-worth, encouragement, confirmation, and empowerment, of stepping out and taking up space. You don't need anyone's approval but your own. No permission slip is needed. You've arrived. This isn't the time to question, fit in, or play small. This is the time to expand, emanate. You were not born for the sidelines. Step forth and radiate with confidence. If you've been working towards something for a while, this card is an indication that your effort will pay off. If others have doubted or underestimated you, this is your sign to keep going and trust yourself. What would you do if you were truly confident? How would you hold yourself? And what would you say? If you knew it would work out, what would you do and how would you do it? Whatever the answer is, do that. Don't waste your time worrying about others or what others may think or say. Don't look back. Keep your gaze straight ahead and let them watch on. If you were feeling confident, what would you do? Ooh, I feel like pile 4 is getting their confidence back. You guys are getting your groove back. And I feel like this is a message to be unapologetically yourself. And if people can't hang, then that's not your problem. I know that sounds cold, but... And I feel like with the golden thread, we were talking about like a precipice or like right there. And I feel like you are right there. Another thing too, with the education before romance and then the internet here too, like if you are working on something that is connected to social media or to the internet, it's important that you go through this with confidence and you let yourself be seen, because you will be successful. Another thing about this too is that you just doing what you feel is best for you, unapologetically living life. This person, other people, their family, whatever, they may have a problem with it. That's not your problem. I like this energy. And also, like with the things that you may be working through, this is also saying that they will be successful, or you will be successful one way or another, and whatever it is that you choose, even if you don't have something specific right now. But it's all about you at this time, and I love that. And I feel like that's like that message of pouring everything that you have into you right now, because those things will flourish. And even if it's yourself, okay, period, you're gonna flourish. If it's in like your physique or your looks, or if that's what you decide, you know, it's up to you. If it's in your work, if it's in your school or your hobbies or anything right now, like Spirit is like, I feel like granting you this like motivation to just be the best version that you can be. And if that happens to shit on everyone that doubted you, or happens to shit on everyone that lost you or hurt you, that's not your problem either. You're still benefiting from it, and you don't have to like worry too much about it. And I honestly love that for you. So I think that's a good place to end this message. Actually, are we still recording? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Thank you to those who like the videos, who subscribe, or who are subscribed. Those are my Vibrant Soul Tribe. So thank you so much. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you to those who comment on the videos, that share your love, share your story, share what pile you chose, share your experiences, share all of that beautiful information. I couldn't do it without you as well. And I appreciate all of the support. So thank you guys so much. And it's really interesting to see your guys' perspectives and to see what's going on with you and what's happening with you. I love it. And even if you're like not wanting to comment, or maybe you're shy, or you don't want to be seen or anything like that, just thank you for like liking the video. That's such a simple way to show support as well. And I appreciate you, and I still see you, okay? But other than that, maybe I will see you at another pile if you chose another pile, or I'll see you in another reading, but hopefully I will see you guys there.